All right, you ready to do this podcast?
Let's pod, B.
Glad you made it. George is sick again. I think he might have gotten sick more than I have.
Yes, I think so. How the turntables...
The tables have turned.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so the DJ. All right, yo, Sneak This Podcast, episode 261. Ricco, Greg, back in the building. We're doing top 10 Jordan 7s.
Because the highly anticipated Trophy Room 7.
Why?
Can't wait, B.
But is it Olympic?
I don't know what it is.
I mean, I thought it was supposed to be Olympic 7, but exclusively only sold at Trophy Room.
That's stupid.
I don't know. I saw that.
That'd be dumb.
That'd be so stupid. First of all, the
Olympic 7 should be an Ultra GR.
And it should have came out during the Olympics.
Correct.
Yeah, so we're doing that in honor of Jordan 7's being backdoored later on.
Yes. Correct.
We did top 10 Jordan 7s, I think, year one. There was a time when we were doing many episodes of top 10 Jordans before a regular episode.
Yeah.
And we did like 1 and 2s and 3s and 4s or whatever, and we did 7s. I don't think we ever did it again. 7s is one of my favorite Jordans out of the bunch. Not in my top 5, but one of my favorites because it's similar to a 6. And I did realize once looking at this list, there's not a lot of 7s.
And sevens have some awful colorways. Like I feel like my whole
not worse than 6. 6s has some of the worst colorways I've ever seen in sneakers.
No, I don't know about that. I feel like my whole bottom 5 of these 7s, like, even though they're bottom 5, like of a top 10 Jordan 1 list, they would also be like maybe top 5 of the worst Jordan 7s of all time. If that makes sense. They're bad.
Oh, Jordan 7s. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I would say my bottom 5 are ones that, like, I don't think they suck, but
yeah,
I wouldn't.
I would agree.
I wouldn't buy any of them. Maybe one of them, 2 of them grew on me. Like, I will say that. I think mine is in the correct order right now. Yeah, 2 of them grew on me. Flint 7s grew on me. I didn't care for Flint 7s at all.
Make the list.
What?
Yeah.
That didn't make your list?
Nah.
What the heck is on your list? I hope we have the same number 1.
We should have this. I don't think we have the same number 1, but we definitely have the same, like, top 5 in a different order. I feel like there's no way we don't.
1, 2, 3. Well, hold on. See, I know what you have in your 10, one of them, because I hate it. George loves it. I don't. And it's a very popular Jordan 7. I've never liked it.
If it's the one you're talking about, I don't think it's on my list.
Ooh,
I had to get my memory refreshed on some of those, like, super hype Jordan 7s to be like, oh, these actually suck. You know what I mean?
What are super hype Jordan 7s? There's no such thing as a super hype Jordan 7.
Oh, there is.
There's literally none.
There's 2 that I can think of.
What's a super hype Jordan 7 you could think of? Like, honestly, what's a super hype Jordan 7? Because Raptors, Bins, I don't think it's super hyped. It came out once, and that's it. All those bin collections, I don't consider those hyped anymore. Like, they've never even had a discussion of retroing a bin. Like, they've retro DBs. They haven't retroed a bin yet. And a bin came out about, what, 12 years ago?
Yeah, a long time ago.
A really long time ago.
I was thinking those and Myros.
Both of those grew on me. Are either in your top 10?
No.
What?
They're both miserable.
Now, they could be in your bottom.
Bad.
Okay, but see, if you had them in your top worst, then they should make bottom best. Yes. I don't know what you have on your list.
Associative property.
I preloaded sneakers. Like, I preloaded some thinking, oh, yeah, me and Ricco are going to have...
We're going to have... Exactly. We're going to have, like, the same top 5.
If you don't got those 2 in it, your list might be way different. Like, you must got, like, Marvin the Martians and stuff like that.
No. God, no.
I will say, when I see them in person, I don't think they're that bad, but they look like cheap shoes.
Yeah. Should have been kids only.
It should have been kids only. And it should have actually been... Were they actually Marvin the Martian, or did we just call them that? I think they
were Marvin the Martian.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Any pickups, Ricco? Anything?
I got some pickups.
It's been a while since you've been here. That is fire.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in person.
Thank you.
That joint is super fire.
It is.
And you hate the Islanders.
This isn't the Islanders one.
That is?
This is Mariners.
Mariners?
Like, freshwater.
That's the Islanders one, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I thought it was when the hockey teams.
The Islanders one is purple.
Purple? Why would it be purple?
Because the Islanders' colors were purple. When they had the Gorton's Fishermen, it was purple.
It was like a weird navy-ish, violetish. That right there
it's
is
purple.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you a picture of the.
All right, no, I see that one.
Pickups. I haven't been here in a long time, and I've only picked up 3. I didn't pick up anything when I was in New York. I didn't pick up any shoes. I bought
stockings.
I don't know. This wasn't the vibes. I kept having to buy clothes. I ran out. And I didn't fucking do laundry like an idiot. I got Pollins. They're pretty good. You
got Pollins to keep? Because I do believe you said, they're Steelers shoes. That was you that said that on this podcast.
No, and that's a 100% fact. There's no reason.
Wu-Tang.
No, there's no reason. Yeah. I guess Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
That's the very first thing I think of when I see Pollins.
Black and yellow, I think of Steelers.
I really doesn't even come to my mind at all. I think of that and Iowa dunks.
Iowa, yeah. I almost bought those, but I didn't.
Are you keeping Pollins? Or are you saving them for something else?
I haven't decided.
What size are they?
10.
Oh. Well, if I got to bring them things, you still want those or no? They're pretty beat. And they're 9.5.
Yeah, I probably want them. $50?
I forgot to bring them. Yeah,
that's okay.
$50. If not, I'm just gonna wear them and treat them bad.
No, don't do that. I'll wear them and treat them bad. Like doing my Pee Wee Hermans. Have you ever seen my Pee Wee Herman dunks? Oh my God.
I feel like I've seen them.
I have.
Aren't those pretty beat?
Oh my! I absolutely wrecked them.
I would have said probably.
And I got them when I bought them for $40. They were pretty clean. And then I was like, well, I paid $40, and then I like wore them on moves and like I did all this shit.
When'd you get
I messed them up. I got them at. I went crazy with SBs that day because I got those Brutes and De La Souls and spent like $200. It was one of the
highs or lows.
Highs.
And when was this? This must have been about a good 5 years ago.
It was when they had like, I think it was like a heated sole or something. At the Suns Arena. That was
that's why you treated those people.
And I could have got.
You had no idea. That's why them Cosby's that got them Huxtables, whatever they called them, so bad.
I remember at that show I could have got both Concepts Christmases for like $200.
Dude, every single SB used to be cheap. Those Cosby's I've trashed. I got Goofy Boy Lows, they're trash. Goofy Boy Highs, they're trash. I got
Liu Kang just posted Goofy Boy Lows.
I have alerts on for him. I haven't popped up lately.
12.
Because he'll post up 9.5 every once in a while. Mm-hmm. They don't pop up.
They're weird with
Air King. What are you talking about?
No, Liu Kang's closet.
Oh, okay. So there's like 2.
Yeah, it's Air Kyung.
Air Kyung is the one that's like a store.
Yeah,
in the East Coast.
He still has the those pixel.
I hate when like he doesn't take DMs for like questions, like only what he posts.
What do you want to ask him?
Like, what else you got? He doesn't post enough, and he doesn't have a website. Like, I'm tired of people not having websites. Like, it's annoying.
Pickups, Pollins. Oh my God, I remembered, and then there's only 3 things. Sky Grays.
Oh yeah. So did you get them from Undefeated?
I didn't get them from Undefeated.
Oh, okay. Because George said he saw you up, or you went there when you sent that picture to us of Air Max 97. Sent them to
shelves. But I didn't.
But when I saw you later,
I wasn't there. Yeah.
In the story when I was like, oh, he must have got them.
Nah. I didn't get them Undefeated. And
so where you get them from?
I bought.
Don't gloss over that.
Shout out to Rerun.
Oh, you paid. You must really wanted those.
I didn't. My mom did.
Oh, okay.
So like we had a day where like I bought her a bunch of shoes and then she bought me those. Because what was funny, what had happened? Look, man, look. What had happened
bags.
What had happened was I got her because I mean she's like a size like she's like a GS size. So I like bought her 3s that were sitting that she wanted real bad. They were like $100, and I bought her some Sauconys, Sport Blue or whatever. She doesn't really know a whole lot about shoes, which is something I kind of want to talk about. But yeah, but like I'm showing her because we went to Rerun. She was like, "Oh, I mean, again, no disrespect to Rerun, this is what my mom said." She's like, "Oh, everything seems like really high price there. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's not a retail shop. Right. You know what I mean? And I went on stock because I did look at the Gray Sakai's like, oh no, man, and I gave them back to him. And then I showed her like on StockX. I was like, look, they're like $430 in my size on StockX. So that's like kind of the benefit of having a resale shop is that you get it, you don't got to pay extra fees, you don't have to wait for it, you just get it and leave. Mom was like, I'm getting it first. She like stormed back in. I was like, yo, I'm like, just bag these up so I can go.
What else they have in there? I'm trying to go there. It's just way too far.
They had Iowa Dunks, Dunk Highs that were used for like $160, and I was like,
what size are they?
10.
Oh, you should have bought those too.
You're probably right, but
man, probably somebody scooped them up too. So I want to go there, but I hate going to shops without the intentions on buying something yet because I feel bad.
I agree.
Like especially, I do. If the store is empty, I feel bad. You go in there, you kind of look around, you touch everything, you start looking through the clothes. Nah. Well, all right then, man. Oh, I'll take a rerun shirt. All right then. I hate that.
Nah.
I feel bad. That's why the first time I went to Legend, I bought Sakai's.
Yeah, I remember.
And I think I got a shirt or something, but he gave us a couple shirts. I
still haven't gone to Legend.
And I haven't gone to the new one.
Oh yeah, he did move.
But they don't have a lot of 9.5s in there anyway for me, so that always saves me. Plus the one they do got 9.5s way too high.
Yeah,
like I'm not paying for it. But I want to go in there and get some rerun socks, and I was gonna buy some Essential Fear of God shorts, but
I don't know how the shorts fit.
I don't either.
I bought a Fear of God shirt, Essentials shirt when I went to Pick and Roll when I went to their opening, and I put it on and I looked like remember the I Love It video with Kanye and Lil Pump? That's what I looked like.
Wait a minute.
It was in a medium.
And you bought it?
Yeah.
Why'd you buy it?
Huh?
Why'd you buy it if you look like that?
I didn't know. I didn't know when I bought it.
Oh, I thought you tried it on in the store.
No.
Okay.
I bought it, then I took it on and put it on. I was like, I'm going to wear that Essential shirt today. And I put it on, and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
All the stuff I've been buying, like I said, I've said this on the podcast numerous times. If a style has a extra small, I buy the small. Because that means the medium is going to be too big for me. Okay. If it starts at small, then I have to make that debate between a large and a medium. Because if Kith might be the worst at sizing on stuff. I'll buy a medium in like a few things I've got recently. Them joints are gigantic.
Huge.
Either way too big. Not gigantic, but they're way too big for me. And if I buy I bought a small before, I'm like skin tight sometimes. I'm like, okay, I can't gauge what shirts they're going to use, what materials they're going to use. So I hate that. Yeah. But I bought a bunch of Adidas stuff recently, and some of the small sizes went down to extra small. But they're these gender neutral things, like shirts. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I don't know what this means. Some even went down to, they were labeled 2 maybe
XS,
3 XS, 4 XS, then XS, then
that's a child. You just go to child sizing at that point.
But they were like gender neutral pants, like these. I bought them from Adidas. I'm gonna take them back if they whack. I'm planning my pair of stuff right. I'm planning fits. I got a little
full Adidas tracksuit.
I thought about it, but I don't want to look like a weird mobster Italian. Like I was like, I don't know.
I don't gentleman.
I don't want to look like, not the help, but the guy that the cleaner. I don't want to come like that guy.
Chopping up the carpet.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy where it's like, you don't pay the man, and then here I come with my red track shoe.
I hear you paint houses.
Yeah, and a gold rope. I don't want that. What else you caught? That was it?
Undefeated Air Force Ones. The gray.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You like them?
Incredible.
I haven't still seen them in person.
For real?
I haven't.
I should have brought them in. But they're fire.
I had an opportunity to buy them on the restock thing, and I did. I actually had an opportunity to get them.
I got them from Sneakers, surprisingly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even try on either one. I forgot.
Pollens and those on Sneakers. And my luck ran out when it came to Lightnings, which they made 100,000 pairs, and I didn't get one.
Yeah, I got a Lightning for my brother-in-law. I already had a Lightning. Somebody was already hooking me up with a Lightning. So I was like, thank God. But they had to ship it from Florida. Shout out to the homie, too, man. I appreciate it. But, man, when shipping is getting out of control,
yeah, shipping's nuts.
It's getting too out of control. But, man, I just appreciate having one. So that joint will come in. But, man, Lightnings are way too expensive. Them joints were $234
before they came
on Sneakers. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me. And they haven't even shipped yet.
Yeah.
So them joints dropped Saturday. And somebody had put up a meme, like, it's a joke. Like, now you got to beat the final boss, FedEx. And I'm legit. And I'm like, you know what? I honestly feel that way. Like, dang, man. Like, these cats Now, I'm not saying that they're actually stealing. Now, somebody messaged me and said how they used to work in the warehouse. And they were like, if they're going to steal it, they're going to steal it at the warehouse.
At the warehouse
and
not from the truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, so if you think your stuff is getting stolen, it happened before it even got on the truck. And, but it made me think, I'm like, man, come on. Like, I don't even have to worry about my lightnings like that. Like, I don't even want to have to think about it. So hopefully them joints get here. They're from my brother-in-law.
The only thing that makes me nervous, because I don't, when I get stuff from sneakers, it never comes FedEx. It always comes USPS. Because I must not get like 2-day shipping or whatever. Because I just get regular
I just can't
shipping.
remember. I feel like mine is UPS too. Like But
I get nervous because like when I buy beater boxes, they ship through FedEx. So I'm like,
oh, see,
someone steals a big ass box of shoes.
I just look anything that I know. People know. They know the addresses by now. You go to UPS. I know they know this address to StockX. It makes me nervous. And I told you that one time I took it. It was zipped closed up. And he go, yo, what's in it? What are these? And I was like, man, don't
worry about it. Like,
don't ask me that, man. I'm like,
there's a guy in my UPS store that's like that. I'm just like,
what else you got? That was it.
Yeah, and some beater boxes. That was it.
You'll have what? Oh, hold on. Okay, so what do you do with these beater boxes?
And clean them and sell them.
And these joints cost that much money? I thought
there's like 8 pairs in there.
And like, have you actually made more?
Every time.
Okay, so the last
every time it's at least like,
because I watched your videos and I'm like, okay, he had like some 4Ds in there. Wait, was this not the newest one?
Yeah,
the one before.
The one before.
So then, what was in this new box?
That one was from Capital Vegas. I just seen him on Instagram. I was like, I'll give it a shot, but I'll make.
Oh, wait a minute. So you buy them from multiple places?
No, just those two.
Okay, so Soul Supremacy?
Soul Supremacy is the one.
And a beater boxes, you pay $500, $700?
Yeah.
Whatever it is?
Essentially whatever you can get, because they fly. Like, it's insane.
Oh, okay. And then they don't send wax stuff, though.
It depends on what.
Like, they're a little bit respectful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're not going to throw in there, like, some, Jordan 6 rings or something, are they?
No. I mean, I had one of the boxes I got, it was all without box, but it was 18 pairs of, like, all of the whack ones from the CDP packs. All without box. So it was like the 21s and like the 22s.
Oh, really?
But I doubled my money on that box. They
really?
flew.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
It was crazy.
I'm going to have to try one.
That's
a lot of money.
It's membership. So you got to wait till the membership opens again.
You're involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I think like that's like, honestly, I would rather do that. Like that for me keeps shoes exciting. Because, like, I'm getting this box. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm going to make money on the other end.
Yeah, but is there anything in there for you to keep? Like, the sizes are just random, right?
The sizes are random, yeah. That one came with a size 5 Yeezy that I gave to my mom.
Okay.
Which, was the money pair from that box. And I'm like, fuck, I lost money. But I don't care. It's my mom. But, I got it's like a Georgetown 11 low came in a 10. And I was like, I'm not going to keep this.
Oh.
Very, very rarely would I find something in a box like that I would keep. I don't think.
Georgetown 11 low? I might think about it. Are they beat bad, though?
No.
Oh, okay. Beater boxes.
They're perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, every time when I look at the ones you did pull up, I'm like, oh, these don't look too bad.
They're not bad at all.
These are actually kind of high.
They're not bad at all.
What come out this week? You got a list of anything come out this week? Since you sitting in Georgia's seat, you gotta.
Nah, you pulled up the list, or you would send a bunch of stuff. There's a Puma here that I don't know what it is, so we're gonna have to.
That Puma's fire.
You get
go to GoDaddy.
You get New York's this morning.
No.
New York Dunks.
Did you?
No. God, no.
What does the New York mean? New York versus New York. Okay.
I
thought it was like fans. I thought it was
itself.
Mets. I thought it was Mets versus fans.
Yeah,
that's
you
such
bring that
an
up a lot.
interesting thing to me.
Interesting.
It's a very interesting.
We're gonna talk about it.
It's these right here. Just if you go to the GoDaddy app, you can just hit calendar.
Calendar, yeah.
Oh.
Overbreak. Light bone rift blue.
No. I'm over breaks for retail. Now, I did grab the beetroots for like 67 off and I'll grab these for about 51
42
off something. Yeah, I'm not paying no crazy price for them. Not even retail. So.
Deviate Nitro Elite Racer SP. Is that the Puma thing you're talking about?
Yeah, I thought thought this was a basketball shoe. It's a runner. I think these joints are fire.
I think they look good.
You know, there's a lot of, I've said this numerous times, there's a lot of Pumas out here that are fire, but they don't do enough advertising for it. They don't let us know. I don't want to have to look at LaMelo to find out what the latest Puma is every single time.
We're DeAndre Ayton.
Man, come on. What a center's wearing?
Air Jordan 1 mid, brushstroke paint splatter. I've seen resale shops with these left, right, and center.
I've seen these, like, I thought these had been came out.
Yeah, me too.
Are these strictly kids? Because they should be.
I think so.
I like the paint swoosh, though. I think it's cool.
They're cool, yeah. Quarter Snacks Dunk. Little Debbie's Zebra Cakes.
Oh, some must be overseas. Them joints is fire to me. You don't like those?
I think they're okay. That's a lot.
Come on. That's a lot?
Right. Yeah.
Don't do that. These joints are fire. Something about the black around the toe box looks a little whack.
Is this Serena Williams Design Crew Court Legacy?
That's whack. And look, we love Serena. Serena is a queen, but no thank you.
It's just a Nike
I think
court.
she designed it. I think they said, well, it's like 5 things.
She didn't do anything. Yeah.
So the sandal, whatever that is. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Serena, but no thank you.
No thanks. Georgetown Low.
Fire. And that's overseas, right? They don't come out this week
just
on sneakers
September 2nd. No, I don't think so.
I know they're on end right now, so it must be just European right now.
They're low right now.
Ooh, hold on.
210.
Don't say that. Oh, that's low.
I mean,
I cannot pay over retail for dunks.
That's fair.
I pay, like I said.
I gotta buy pairs. I'm probably gonna buy a pair of dunk lows this week.
Of what?
A pair of dunks. A pair of abstract.
Oh, you gonna buy those?
I'm probably
for a lie. They gotta be pretty hot.
But
really,
they're like
those are the better dunks this year. That's the dunk.
It's the best
SB
dunk
of the year to me,
by far.
To me,
it's not close.
The SB dunk.
Women's Starfish. We're not gonna talk about that. I had an existential crisis yesterday when we talked about that.
You know what's existential crisis? You know what's funny about those? Like, none of us got them, but it don't seem like we really care.
No.
Like, I feel like we tried much harder for natural grays. Like, we was like, oh, I need them. We try to hit up the plug, like, please.
To be fair, neutral gray is OG colorway.
Yeah, but these Starfish joints
suck too.
What?
Neutral grays.
The lows?
Yeah. I have those. They're not good. I don't know if that's a pickup or not, but they're bad.
I don't know when I'm gonna wear them. I
probably
you know what?
Not. I can't get past that little bitty swoosh. I cannot do it.
Nah, that don't even bother me. It's just, man, I just remember it like having a different feeling when they came out and we couldn't get them last time when it was only a European release. Mm-hmm. And I got them and I'm like, man, these are clean, but I don't really know when or I'll wear them. I don't know. And I hate saying that because the plug listens to the podcast and it's like, well, dang, I got them for you. You know what I mean? But like, I'm gonna wear them.
I understand.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I probably would rather have Starfish.
No, Starfishes are miserable. Jordan 36 First Light. Person.
No.
Really, $1,000?
I like the. Well, if someone's asking for $1,000, I like the shoe.
Every size?
It's okay. I'm okay with the shoe. I mean, there's the one right under it is. Oh, what's a PF?
Chang's.
I was like, oh, he must play in China. That's what he said. He said that. I'm like, this is the same shoe. It says PF, like the one under it is only $234. I don't know what that means. Yeah, maybe one's for basketball, one's for
one to rock, one to stock. Dunk High Midnight Navy.
Dunk High Mid. Oh,
it's fire, but I'm not moving for it.
The highs just don't head off like low.
I like Michigan highs. I like Iowa highs too.
I mean, yeah,
there are some colorways in highs that
I like the colorways of them. Yeah. I try on sneakers, but like I ain't really like care if I get them or not.
I just put Michigans on in the house.
I don't wear the lows either.
Somewhere. Yeah. All right.
What about Shimmer 4s?
Oh, Shimmer 4s. Shimmer for debt.
You like those? No. I saw a guy on Instagram with them on. They were whack, and they didn't look shimmery.
They look whack.
I mean,
they didn't look shimmery.
They look like the off-white, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what is this? Okay, here we go.
And your favorite pack is dropping.
What? What's my favorite pack?
Oh, there's a few more. There's a lot more things dropping.
What did I miss?
All the way through the 4th.
Adi Zero?
No.
Through the 4th?
Moab pack? Did you already get any of them? Because I feel like that's right up your alley.
They're a fucking abomination.
Now, you've been saying this for a long time.
A very long time.
And I love these. I love all of them. And I see them on social media, and I'm like, he's right. These look awful.
They're terrible.
The toe box,
and I seen them in person,
is so big.
Suck.
It's like a weird square. Moabs had like a
they were sleek. They were big, but they were sleek.
It had a Jordan 6 type toe box. Like it wasn't. This one is like this. Yeah, it's like a square.
Me selling my 2005 pair is one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, we all have.
It's perfect. But these are awful.
Now
I got 2 pull tabs. How you put on a shoe with both of your hands?
These have
no.
Okay, I wondered that. I think George had brought that up, and I was like, I don't remember.
The sock wasn't extremely high. There wasn't a little swoosh on the vamp. The color's all weird. Like these are just. They just missed left, right, and center.
Now I've only seen what is that? Rattan, Birch. I've only seen those. I haven't seen these ones yet in person. I'm assuming the toe box is the same too, right?
They're all.
I love the twine ones. I love the purple ones. Them joints. I like the rattan ones. Whatever. Them joints is fire.
Can't get jiggy with any of those.
But I can't. I'm not playing around with toe boxes no more.
Awful.
Like I've done that in the past. No.
Dunk Low Stewie Griffin.
Dunk Low.
I mean, LeBron Low Stewie Griffin.
I mean, it's cool.
It is cool.
I mean,
Retro 6 Bordeaux.
I might cotton. That joint looks fire.
It does.
I
agree. But it looks really close to PSG's.
It does. And I thought PSG's were whack until I seen them in person at House of Hoops. I was like, oh, these joints are kind of nice.
Los was banging the table for those like the entire year.
Did he ever get them?
Yeah. Oh, he has
them. I hope he got them.
Yo, everybody needs these.
I think I'm going to get these. Actually, I don't know, man. That Lightning 6 really hurt my pockets. I could have copped some of the other. Oh, Hidden dropped today. Hidden, dropped today. Somebody else.
I maybe should have bought some stuff.
I should have too. Nothing really caught my eye. But I'm really hurt by that Lightning price. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know, $240 almost. That joint is high. A Lightning 4? Man, I feel like
every 4.
But you know what? I feel like $235 for the OG cement. Okay, I get it. But a Lightning 4? I'm not paying that for no like remakes of something.
You think Lightning is a top whatever? 4? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love Lightnings, but I think I love Lightnings because I never owned Lightnings. Like, Lightnings was that one for us for a really long time that was like the one.
I like Torriellos better than Lightnings. That's the one that was like basically white cement with the yellow hits.
With yellow.
Don't do
I think Thunder were better than all of them, maybe? No, Torriello was better than Thunder. Thunder got better later on.
Might be better than Lightnings.
But, I mean, Lightnings are better. Lightnings are the best one. The problem is that I don't know how to wear Lightnings now. And I mean, like...
Wear Lightnings with that shirt.
You could do whatever you want with your sneakers, but fam, I don't know, man. But these one thing I do got a problem with these Bordeaux 6s is that they look like Bordeaux 7s. Now I understand that's the point.
What?
I get it, but if Bordeaux 7s retro, I want Bordeaux 7s. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't. But if I bought these, I'm not buying Bordeaux 7s. What? 7s and 6s are very similar. They're very similar. I'm wearing Bordeaux right now.
Yeah, I know.
Fire. You know?
Incredible. Social status.
Spoiler alert. It's my number 1.
That's not mine.
What?
Yeah.
Then your number 1 has to be my number 2 then.
Probably.
It has to.
Well,
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Social status dunk mid.
No.
I think dunk mids are weird.
Dunk mids.
I think it's a weird
dunk
shoe.
mid. Well, you know what? This one doesn't have a strap, which makes it weirder. Didn't all dunk mids have a strap?
Yes. Yeah, I think
so.
Almost all of them did.
I remember
which makes it weirder.
The bear pack. Remember the Papa was the high.
Papa Bear, Mama Bear.
Was mid. And
Baby Bear was the low.
And the low. That mid Mama Bear one, if it wasn't for the colors, we wouldn't have cared about it.
Those are all awful.
The mid one or just all
of them?
Oh yeah, they were.
Oh, okay.
I never liked them.
I just want to make sure.
George used to love them.
Yeah,
which is weird because he hates anything with fur or material like that. But I never understood the allure of them. I just didn't get it. Like, no, I would have copped if I got it for a great price.
Either. Yeah.
I almost copped a kind of beat pair out of like a heated junk somebody, whatever. So, but no, these mid social status
skunks were $420 at that show. That same show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, you do $350 for them?
You know, there's a lot of stuff I think about back then where you try to like finesse. Like, I remember like this cat wanted to sell me, what was it? Homage.
Oh yeah.
He wanted,
I almost bought those too.
He wanted $280.
Yeah,
and I was like, I keep $230,
got a stain on him,
you know, type thing. And he was like, nah, you crazy. And I was like, nah. But now I looked on homages on Go, they're like $580, $550. A used pair was $530, and I was like, man, social status. I mean, I know we said we're gonna kind of talk about. I mean, we can kind of talk about it now. Collaborations.
Some of the worst
lately have been
all collaborations.
A lot of collaborations lately have been, I don't want to say bad, but they don't stand up to their previous versions. Like, don't even come close. And you know who's been the biggest proponent of this is Concepts. Concepts.
I couldn't agree more.
Concepts is number one. Probably forever.
Ever.
To me. I mean,
ever.
Legendary
the
sneakers.
Most,
like the most legendary sneakers of all time. Some of their dunks I have in my top 10. Some of the dunks I have in my top 5 and my top 2. Okay, top number 1. All right. Some of the New Balances, some of the greatest New Balances of all time.
Ever.
I mean, ever. This week they dropped, what is it, 5227? Whatever that model is called.
5740? Orange and red.
Fam.
It just wasn't it.
The packaging though was fire.
Always.
All the stickers, the box, the clothes, fire. All the additional. I went to the website. I was like, man, all this stuff is fire. All the clothes sold out.
Oh yeah,
shirts, sweats, all that stuff sold out. The one you sent today, the Jound. Come on, man. Come on.
And I'll talk about it being, I guess, the New Balance guy. I haven't bought a New Balance in a very long time, but
I guess
I just like. Nothing's happening. Like there's no. I don't see where, and they've gotten bigger like with their collaborations, but like where is it going? Like I guess maybe the best New Balance of the year is the Here to Stay, the Bodegas, which aren't expensive surprisingly, but they still
best of the year. Over Salehis. And those to me are kind of like,
I don't like those either. I don't know. Like, what's the direction that they're going in? Like,
well, not
Dub
New
Taps.
Balance, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dub Taps, the 990 V2 is a great. It's a great 990 V2.
That might
man.
be. I'm not even joking. That might be one of the worst collaborations I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. It's not even. Wait, is it all nubuck, right?
I think so.
It's one of the worst looking.
I can't just call it an all gray shoe,
fam.
But like even the quality control, like those like shark colorway like 990 V2s that we got from Kith, like some of the worst materials I've ever seen. Like what is happening here?
They weren't that
for
bad.
A New Balance.
Well, yeah. See, I don't know how this stuff works. Like, and look, we've talked about it many times in this podcast. I don't know how a collaboration works. When Feig says, I want to do this, does he get to choose the materials, or do they already like, you're going to use this material, but
someone like him is probably going to pick the material. He's going to choose the material. But I mean, I guess maybe because they're making more pairs, the quality controls lag behind. I know, like, New Balance factories have closed because of COVID, but it's like, what are we doing here?
I'm just more like the collaborations. Like,
also, the 990 V3 is just not a good shoe. It's
the
not.
One the Genesis model,
the Genesis,
it's not.
The Here to Stay, the...
Did you buy... There's a pink Genesis, a pink 993 V2, right? There's a pink one, right? We sent it in a thread, and you were like, oh, was that it?
That's a 990 V2.
Oh, okay. Whatever the one.
Oh, that's the 991. I think.
Okay.
That was like sitting. That like,
model. Restocking.
The 991 is good. I like that model. The 990 V3, just the outsole. I just can't do it.
I can't do it. I tried my best, and I've seen some people like fit pages and and they take the promotional pictures. I'm like, oh, they don't look too bad. And when I got them in hand, I'm just like, and maybe it was the price too. I don't remember how much they were, but if they would have been 120, I may not have cared, because there's certain New Balances I really, really like. Now, 992s, I would have thought that at first. But as time goes on, 992s, not 992s, right?
The ones from last year that had all the...
That model to me is just, it's slowly growing to be my favorite model. And I don't own any, okay? I don't have one.
I have 4 or 5.
And 998s are my favorites.
Of course.
997s,
of course.
I love all those.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the collaboration things, I was looking back and even with, it's more of the colors, I think, to me. And it says a wasted collaboration. That Jound one, now Jound hasn't.
It's black. But at
they
least.
haven't thrown together.
At least with the dark gray and black on the 992, at least there was something there. That green, yeah, it was there's something there. As far as the 992 collabs, I can understand what's happening here. Just a black New Balance, it's huh?
The
best New Balance collab I can think of this year is that 5740 from that one shot.
Brick and Wood?
Yeah.
Whatever?
Bricks and Wood. That's the best collab so far this year.
It's the best New Balance collaboration this year to me. From what I could think of. I had to go back and look. But even like you said, Jound hasn't put together a lot of collaboration I thought were oh my God, fire. You have to really be into your New Balance. And I'm kind of going to save this for a little bit later, but you got to really be in the New Balance and sneakers to know if somebody's walking down the street in a Jound. The green ones, the 992s, I thought them was fire. But why are they 900 or whatever they are?
Yeah.
There's another Jound one too, right? It's
gray and black.
Gray and black. I'm why is that one so much money? Yeah. I don't understand that stuff. But that Dub Taps, that joint is expensive right now. It is super duper high. I think I saw it on GOAT for $1,000. And I'm dude, come on, man. I don't understand what it is. I don't understand if they're putting limitations on what you can do to it. I will say this, when it comes to a New Balance, I won't buy any New Balance that are pink now. None whatsoever. I have about 5 DS models of New Balances that are pink, ranging from various models. And so I'm just no, I feel New Balance, I don't care what anybody says. When it comes to sneakers, to me, New Balance and Asics got everyone comfortable with pink on sneakers. To me.
Okay.
That's to me. Salmon toes, rose gold, salmon, Tiffany colors. Now, there were Tiffany dunks and all that. I get it. But all them aqua blues, them greens, them shades of pastelish, your purples and stuff.
Yeah.
That got every sneakerhead comfortable with those colors in sneakers.
Sure.
I ended up buying way too many pink sneakers. Even with the Tokyo pack, the ones that we bought, pre-order through Kith and white. It's a black salmon toe, essentially.
I still don't have that.
You know what I mean? So, and they're reasonable now.
Yeah, that's what I've.
That was one of the higher ones.
I'm trying to find
this store.
The best New Balance 990 V2 this year is a GR, or the best New Balance shoe to me of this year is a GR, and it's one that you guys sent in the thread.
Which ones?
I'm trying to find
990.
Yeah, it was just it doesn't have a name or anything. That's why it's.
Was it that Levi's one?
No. Even that, I'm just man, you're a gray shoe.
I love them. I didn't care for the 990 V2 Aiming Dior's. I didn't think that was that. George thought it was earth-shattering. Now, Steel Blue.
Oh, those are incredible. Yeah. Those
cool.
The Life in the Balance, whatever. Those are.
But come on, these Steel Blues and Sharks and all, they're the same. I think I have this Dusty Rose one, or you have Dusty Rose 990 V2.
I have 988.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These names are whack too. There's too many 99 V2, 9990s.
Well, yeah.
I didn't even know Concepts had a 990 V2. Tyrion?
Oh, those are fire. Those are outstanding. I still need those.
Like coffee.
Yeah, no, it's purple. It's a purple shoe. I need it. I need it, B. Well, I can't find it.
That's everything? I think that's everything.
I think so.
So nothing you copping out of the bunch? Nothing you trying for? Another dunks, dunk highs, social status?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
Nike is suing John Geiger. Do you care?
Yeah.
Do you have any John Geiger sneakers? No. Have you ever tried for any John Geiger sneakers?
I did.
Which ones? The G-Force ones?
The many checks.
So you're talking about a long
time ago.
Okay, so that's pretty much where he got his. I mean, back then it was like, whoa,
and he was, and he had put him out because misplaced checks is what he said, because he was apparently doing work with Nike and they weren't sending him his checks, so it's like, here's what I'm doing. The checks were misplaced, blah blah blah.
A lot of people don't know Geiger's. The first time I ever found out about Geiger was from Darrelle Revis stuff. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Revis was Jets, and I just remember. And I had completely forgot about this, but I remember when it all happened because I watched it all.
Right.
But shout out to We're the Messengers podcast. They brought it up, and I was listening to it. And how he was doing a 60-minute interview, Revis. I remember watching it, and it was an entire episode with him. It was all Revis.
Yeah.
And they were kind of going through his little life, his house and clothes, or whatever they were doing, like an expose, whatever you want to call it. And he didn't bring up Geiger or something like that, or thank Geiger, or talk about it. Was either they asked him a fashion question, something or whatever it was, and I think it was a fashion question. I can't remember. I watched it with my parents at the time. I think we were at Rocio. I don't even remember. And they asked him a question about his style or fashion or something like that. Maybe I could be wrong. I could be making this all up. And he started making it I dress myself type.
I do, B.
Yeah, I like to buy, you know what I mean, type thing. But
know what it is.
At the time, Geiger was his stylist, manager-ish person type thing. So then I remember and this is when Twitter was not brand new, but I wasn't on it as much as I was.
Right.
And I remember people had to send me the link because I couldn't never remember my password. And Geiger was on Facebook or Twitter, one of them. Talking trash about Revis. You want to hate on, some goofy stuff, right? That's the first time I ever got introduced to him. Then, obviously, the misplaced checks with Shoe Surgeon and stuff like that. Misplaced checks was fire.
They're cool.
At the time, Shoe Surgeon was kind of cracking off, starting out too. I mean, he had probably done some stuff prior, but that's what I remember from Fresh from. Right. And he had the highs, and it was swoosh, 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 whatever. I didn't try for him. I didn't even know you could at the time or whatever. Look, basically Nike is suing him because of the GF1 looks like the AF1. I really don't care. I really consider, calling a sneaker lawyer, that's the homie and talking about, but honestly, this is the first time, and this has been all year and a little bit of last year, we've heard of Nike in court.
Yeah.
You know what it is. And he put out a statement basically trying to be he's going to be the superhero for the creative.
For the small creative.
Or whatever. And Geiger doesn't like me, which is fine. So he tried to force an apology out of me.
He doesn't like anyone.
Which I owed him an apology, kind of, only because I was trashing him just because I was homies with Devlin, from Saya. And I was trashing him. I don't even know nothing about him, you know what I mean? I'm
Guy steals designs. So
I'm talking junk or whatever. My only thing with this whole situation is that, when you start a business or you start a podcast, you start anything, the hardest thing is to start. That to me will always be, I don't care what it is. You have the biggest idea ever, the hardest thing to start. So the fact that, he started this brand, and I'm not gonna lie to his shorts and stuff. They're pretty cool. I've never tried to buy anything. I just doesn't dawn on me. And plus, me and his interaction was weird, so I never will.
Nah.
But he tried to demand this apology out of me, and I said, you know what, you got it. I shouldn't have been going in so hard on you, whatever, because I really don't know you like that. And then I kind of hit him with a little underlying apology, my fault. You right. I should.
Yeah.
And then he hit me with the, don't even worry about it. That's one of your highest episodes ever.
I'm
God. All right. Then it made me feel, so I was heated.
Yeah.
It made me mad. So I'm you know what? You got it, man. I'm just out of this. But I don't understand how you build this brand, clothing and all that stuff. I don't understand how you get the resources, materials, warehouse, and people who sew, whatever, machines. You get all this stuff, and you come out with a Air Force One.
You hit the nail on the fucking head. And Yuri and I talk about this all the time. We talk about Kai all the time because he has a million pairs of Kais. And I'm just I can't. Like, I fucking can't. Like, Harry Potter Jordan 1. And to me, it's like, you do the black colleges, like, apparel thing. You do the Haiti apparel, which the proceeds go to Haiti. Like, and I like a lot of that stuff.
Right.
Same thing with John Geiger. He has a lot of apparel that's really, really good quality stuff.
Looks like quality stuff.
Why do you have to make a GF1? Why do you have to make an Air Kai? Like, you're a successful business. Like, what? See, I don't understand the point.
I would understand a Kai making that more than a Geiger. And, like, I feel like, could be wrong. And we talked about this many times, we know. I feel like a Kai thing is like an opportunity. Like, somebody had to be the first to figure out you can make Jordan 1s, make your own thing. Mm-hmm. Now, Fugazi, whomever, I don't know who was the very first person who was like, oh, shoot, these
people will say Bape. Probably.
How do you feel when people bring up Bape in this discussion?
I feel like it's, again, a brand that's grown. They've grown so far out of Bape style. Putting out a Bape style in 2021, it's like, why? Why do you
they
have to
still
do that
do
now?
though.
It's like now you have Adidas collaborations. Like, you have all of these clothes that all these people really fucking like. Like, you don't, like, you're past that now.
Yeah, but like
Lotus could be there. You're doing all this sun shit. You're doing all this shit with all these flames and all these skulls. It's like, you don't have to do an SB with a skull. Like, just pivot, man. Like,
do you feel Bape got a pass? Well, now we're talking about when we were young.
Oh, when we were young, Bape absolutely got a pass.
But like, did it get a pass because the social media wasn't as whatever yet? There was social media, but social media was still like kind of, here.
Yeah.
So like, there was Nike Talk and there were platforms where you could really discuss this stuff. But we all know that stuff doesn't even compare to Instagram and Twitter. That stuff is like this. When something major,
instantaneous.
When something major in the world happens, I go to Twitter. I don't go to CNN. We used to go to CNN. Like, see what CNN says.
I go to Reddit.
Well, Reddit's pretty big too.
Yeah.
I used to be on Reddit a lot, but like, it's really how that's set up.
It's a lot of information.
It's a lot, way too much information.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of podcasts I listen to have these like Reddit things. It's way too much information. It's way too much for me. But like, people love to bring up Bape and like, y'all wasn't doing that with Bape. I don't know if like people had the opportunity to really put their opinion out there about Bape back then. Like, you may have, but not billions saw it.
Sure.
Like, we might be on millions now. We might be at billions of people who are seeing stuff now. So it's like, if I get on here and say, man, forget Air Kais. Literally hundreds of thousands are going to see that. Millions are going to see that. Versus like, I get on Nike Talk, the chat room, like, ooh, Bape is copying Air Force One. So did they happen to like pass? Might not be the right word. It just came out at the right time. Like, I honestly feel that Bape started just last year, the year before, it would have got treated the exact same way.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's become a staple. It's a staple thing, and it was backed by Nigo and Pharrell and all them. There is not, whether you care for their music or not, there's not a single person that dislikes them. You can't dislike them.
No.
NERD, Neptunes.
There's no way.
Like, they just like cool, fun cats who always had their streetwear unlocked, their music unlocked. They were just fun cats, you know what I mean? So it was like, how you gonna hate on that? You don't want to do that, you know? And Bape was fun, the little monkey. It was like Milo and then monkey heads and Bape stuff. I was in New York in line. Like, I remember I couldn't even find the Bape store because it was the first time in New York, and I didn't know some New York buildings got the cages that are like, I'm talking, start at the ceiling and pull all the way down. And they had not a cage you could see through, but like one of the flat ones.
Big grates, yeah.
So like, I had the address, and this is, man, I had a BlackBerry. So like, this is following a BlackBerry map, this ain't like a new phone. And I'm like walking past it a million times. It was a mailman with the push cart with the mail. Man, where's Bape? Oh, it's right here. It's just a big white building. Nothing. No Bape, no nothing thing. I got in front. I just stood there. They opened up one gate, and I was like, oh, this is Bape. Like, You know, so like I bought Billionaire's Boy Club and stuff back then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I was buying stuff with Swarovski crystals all over it. Like spent like all this money I had. I was interning in DC. You know?
Right.
But like I said, like people love to bring up Bape. People love to bring that stuff up. Look, Bape gets a pass. I'm sorry, it just does. They came up in the right time. They do.
True.
Geiger, Air Force Ones, Kai. Like going back to Kai. Sorry, whoever was the first one with the Jordan won.
Fugazi is the first one I remember.
That's the first one. That's with the gun,
The
right?
gun, yeah.
That's the first one I remember, but I don't know. And if that's them, that's cool. Now, I don't think they didn't have the star power, might not be the right word. Kai has. The internet.
Sure.
They don't have the internet like Kai did. They could have really probably maybe took off with it. But you know what they did? They came out so early. We didn't like Jordan 1s back then. Like,
yep.
People act like Jordan 1s have been around. They've been around forever, but we didn't like them. We considered Jordan 1s like Chuck Taylors.
Yep.
I did. I was like, I don't want a Jordan 1. Like, uncomfortable, no air, not cool. Jordan 1s were whack at one point. Like, I remember calling Jordan 1s whack when we were younger. So, like, that's where they're at. Kai came out literally in the perfect time. And then he also gave us colorways that Nike just refuses to give us. You know what I mean? And it's like, dang, man, we've been asking y'all to come out with Chicago's forever now. I'll go ahead and give you guys Chicago. You know, where Black Toes at? I'll give you guys a Black Toes. And you want Pat Leather? I'll give you guys Pat Leather ones. Like, he does that or whatever. I'm not buying any of them.
No, I can't. That's that block for me, man. Like, I can't get past it.
I see a lot of people selling, like, dunk versions, like the ones with Jesus Christ on the side. See them on Twitter selling that stuff, like, yeah, you know, had to let go some stuff. I'm like, fam, y'all just fall into these areas.
How did
of
this
things.
happen? Yeah.
Look, God bless him, whatever you want to say. Honestly, he's not gonna beat Nike. People were like, yo, are you on Geiger's side? I'm like, no, I'm not on his side or Nike's side. I would never be on the side of big business unless they give me a check, then I will be.
And people are on the side of, oh, Nike's been stealing designs for years. Now it's hilarious when someone small does it. And yeah, I sigh. I'm just like, fam, okay. Nike's back catalog is so rich, full of stuff that, like, fam, they brought back the Spirit on Cage 2. Like, it's just, I don't know, man.
Like, do I think Nike is aware of things out there? Sure. Has Nike maybe stolen something?
Probably.
Maybe.
That's just a part of...
The problem is that, like... And I'll use this as an example because this is one of the ones that's always talked about, or at least with Devlin's always talking about. When they came out with the All 3M6. He had made an All 3M6 custom a long time ago, way before that one had came out. Now, the Nike comes out with it, and it did look a little funny.
The reflections of
the entire shoe was reflection.
Yeah,
reflective pack. It had a 13, a 6, and I don't know. And so I got it, but like Nike has always had a history of 3M. They've made all 3M sneakers before. I think before that one.
Yeah.
So it's not like far-fetched to like, you know,
they're going to wrap a 6 in it. Yeah.
Right. Now, maybe his made them go like, oh, so it would look good in that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying that they did. I'm not saying that they did. It's just one of those situations where it's like, you're battling Nike. Like I told George last week, it's like, I would love to have a higher moral ground against Nike and companies do wrongs. And I'm going to talk about I got into it with that guy on social media. You know, but like, it's just not how it is right now. We talk about New Balances. New Balances does not align with my political beliefs. But you know what? I don't really care.
Neither does In-N-Out, and I'm going to leave the podcast and get a double-double. Like, it's just what it is.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And look, I gave Kanye a harder time about his political thing and me buying sneakers only because I put Kanye personally through a higher regard. Like, Kanye was that man. Like, my God. And maybe, like, I don't want to use it, but like maybe like you hurt my feelings. Like, God damn, what happened to you, man? Like, what the heck? You ain't who I thought you were gonna be, you know, and I've kind of laid off. I don't care. I need wave runners now, but like, you know, I need a couple Yeezys actually, a few of them. You know. Some of them, they're just too fire, all right. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Geiger, good luck. You're not fighting Nike. You're gonna settle out of court.
Yeah.
You put your statement out.
What it was,
and then you're gonna come with a to be continue. And
you're so successful at too much other shit to like.
Right.
What are you gonna die on this hill for?
I'm also sick and tired of sites like his that like. You go to them and it's like, come back soon. Put your email in for updates. I'm like, what? I thought you was a business. I thought it was a store. Like, why do I gotta, even with Hidden and stuff, I'm tired of like.
I haven't bought anything from Hidden in a very long time.
Well, I just sick of like, you gotta catch
subscription.
You know? Yeah, Supreme used to be like that, right? But now you go Supreme app, it's just stuff on there, right? Which I like. I like that. Like, you know, because I don't think Supreme is whack. I ain't buying it all.
Yeah.
But like, it's nice to be like, you know, let me go see if they got a backpack or a jacket real quick or a t-shirt or something. And Supreme is pretty affordable, you know, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know, $48 t-shirt, you know, I'm like, oh, okay.
Hidden's $55, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Better than Kith, it's $75.
Yeah. Kith stuff is way too much money, you know. I love all Kith shirts. I wanted the Kith with the New York Apple. I was like, God dang, like it's
a lot.
That Dodgers shirt I got was a hitter, man.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, and this kind of leaks into it a little bit too, the other brands versus Nike, the Nike UA stuff. So let me just, obviously we've been talking about Nike, and I've been getting messages like people like, I would legit probably tell you it's 50-50 on
the UA discussion.
Curious about UA and against it. Now we're gonna have somebody on here in a couple weeks. Shout out to the homie Tromageddon. He's gonna come on and talk about it. He's a very big out there, knows he cops UAs, he, you know, whatever. He's big on that. And I'm gonna have him on there maybe not next week. We'll have another a young lady on next week, and then have him on maybe the next week. Because I feel like it's a really big discussion.
Right.
And I feel like it's a big discussion because of like the exclusivity in certain things. So some people were like messaging me like, fam, you got to be careful with the UA talk because it's going to be like you promote it. Fam, having a conversation about stuff doesn't mean a cosign.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
the views said on the podcast are of Greg and Ricco and George and FamJew and everybody alone.
It's not of the like, podcast itself. If Trump wanted to come on this podcast, I would let Trump come on this podcast. Him having a conversation doesn't mean I cosign him.
Right.
But like, I'm curious because I have separate questions I want to ask Trump other than politics.
Right.
Like, I'm just curious of him. He's such a unique, polarizing person. He's a fool, but you know what? There's people like that I want to talk to. Virgil. People like that I'd want to ask regular questions to. I don't want to hear about, how'd you come up with the off-white concept? I don't want to hear that. I want to know, like, you know, other things. So some people are like, they have solutions versus like, they're like, well, why don't you just buy other brands like, you know, and shout out to the homie Rick, we talk about these brands like Clearweather and Carhu and, you know, New Balance and Saucony and Diodora. Why don't you support all these other brands versus buying a UA? And they're like, well, I'd rather buy a GR than buy a UA. And I'm trying to have this discussion with them on like, first of all, what are your views on UA? I don't think I've ever heard you really talk about it much.
It'd be the block for me. I would know that it's not authentic, and I would not be able to. I'd not be able to wear it here. If I bought a UA and I wore it here, and you, George, or FamJew were here, I would be sweating bullets the whole fucking time. I'd be the quietest human. I'd be like, yo, just don't look down. Let's do the pod. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would just.
And I feel like every sneakerhead has explored fakes, like taken a look.
Oh, yeah. I bought fakes when I was like, 12, 13. I'm like, these Jordans are $50.
Yeah, like, I mean, even
gray and red
Yeezy
7s. Fire.
Like when
New
Yeezy
Kirk Ave.
Shout out. What?
These red and gray 7s that I bought. And they made a black cement Spiz like fire when I was like 15 years old and I didn't know better.
Fakes and all
they were
that
like
used to have
$40.
some colorways that we used to be like, ooh.
Shout out to New Kirk Ave. I don't remember the shop, but yes, in Brooklyn.
Like like I said, it's a mental block for us because we've been in the game for so long. The game, if you want to call it that, we've been in it so long, we can do it. And like you said, like, the real test is like walking through. Now, I feel like if you walk through a sneaker con with something on, be sweating bullets, but I don't know. I don't think anybody would notice.
Probably not.
Now, like I said, I was talking about UA specifically with like a Travis Scott Low one come out. You know what? I don't want to pay $1,200 for it. Mm-hmm. That I ain't talking about people buying a UA overbreak, a UA.
And people wouldn't go out of their way to make a UA of that,
right? And it's like, you know, and I understand it and I get it. And people were like, no joke, like, yo, family, let me know if you know any some good UA sets. And I was like, I don't know any. But like I asked Don, the one that they use to like study, and I was like, hey man, just cats use it. And I'm not mad at them because like they're like, I mean, like, they buy other things. They're like, fam, I just want Travis Lowe's.
Yeah.
Like, I just want Travis Lowe's. I want a Travis Lowe SB. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be able to get that. You're telling me I can't own this forever. I hate when people give these, like, reasons. Like, well, you know what, just, Jordan, well, don't buy five.
So, yeah.
Don't buy five
That's
regular
my
ones.
solution, too.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like, why do I have to figure out how to participate in something? Like, I don't think it's not like buying a house. Like, all right, you want to buy a house? Hey, we got to cut back. You know, cut back on the Starbucks. We got to save up. No sneakers. We're talking about a sneaker here. I'm not talking about buying a new car. I'm not talking about putting the kids in college, remodeling the bathroom. I'm talking about I want to wear this shoe on my foot, and cats are like, oh, fam, you know what? You just got to put a little money into this, you know, no Starbucks, you know, and then like sell 2 pairs. And then, no, why can't I keep my shoes, keep my Starbucks, and own this sneaker?
Yeah.
I get it. I can't mentally get past the UA one. Now, other brands. Let's go to other brands.
Other brands.
Other brands is...
I like other brands.
We all like other brands. You like other brands to the point of where you think you despise Nike, but you love Nike.
I don't despise Nike at all.
You don't despise them, but you act like
I haven't... Fam.
You act like
No,
it.
I don't.
You haven't acted like it in a while. I will say that. You haven't acted like it in a long time.
Even when I was... No.
Yeah.
I just...
You would despise it and then be like, but I own all the Nikes.
I'm saying, like, I just can't... And that was 2019. That was 2018. That was New Balance... New Balance and New Balance GRs were fucking running shit in sneakers. That I'll say maybe a good 20... When did C-Notes come out? 2016? Maybe 2016 through 2019, New Balance was fucking running shit when it came to collabs, when it came to GRs, when it came to everything, right?
Running is a strong word.
No.
They were important.
They were at the pinnacle, all right? 2013 to 2016, 2017, Asics on that pinnacle.
100%.
By far.
No, you're right about that block.
And so, like, I didn't want to come to the show. I mean, and no disrespect to you or George, I don't want to come to the show and just stand for Nike the whole time. I'm like, all right, well, are we going to be a Nike Adidas podcast, or can we talk about this new you know what I mean? That was a part of how I felt.
But we've always talked about New Balance and Asics on this podcast. Yes, we do.
Okay.
What?
Fine.
We have Stanford Gel Life 5s, man, what?
Fair, fine.
Now, of course, Nike's going to be the dominant one. And then the podcast started in the era of Boost.
Every year.
The podcast started in the era of Boost.
Every year Nike was not the dominant one. I don't want us to sit here and pretend that Nike was at the top of everything since the pod started, since...
Because Boost was.
And Asics was. And New Balance was. And so I don't even remember what I was going to say, man. I don't hate Nike. I don't despise Nike. As far as other brands, I'm careful because, I mean, I've been burnt by other brands before.
Meaning
I pay a premium amount for a shoe where the midsole is fucking falling off. Where I'm like, what is it? Can I just get my money and go? Like, what is this? You know, like, but something, I haven't bought any Mosh runners yet, But I absolutely would, and I absolutely should.
Sorry, going back to that original discussion about design, the Moss shoe is an original design.
Yes. The shoe that I'm talking about was original design as well. Yeah, it is. And so, I mean, what's your question? What is it?
You know what it is? Sorry. Let me go back. So I did a podcast, shout out to the homies, Sneaker World Order podcast. I did their podcast. It hasn't come out yet or whatever, but they're overseas homies. Shout out to them. And I had this discussion with David, David Blackman. We always go back and forth on all this stuff David like Blackman. That. And he basically made this point that I talked about a million times on this podcast, even with James in Texas and with Ryan Swanger when I was in Texas. And it was about the reasoning of why people stand and hype so hard for Nike and stuff when they can buy a New Balance and all these other brands that have high quality materials. New Balance, Asics, Saucony, Diadora, Ruse, all these other brands have always been at the top tier of materials. I don't care how fire Nike is. I don't care. I'm talking, it is rare to get one of those and be like, these materials. So, I'm talking, it's so rare. I don't even know how many, I don't think it's ever happened in double digits.
Which is why it happens, it happening this year with New Balance is such a big shock. Right.
So even with like what's the model called? 40s, whatever.
5740.
I like the model. I've only bought the ones that I thought had the better materials. The all pink ones that came out like Valentine's Day. I don't know what those are. And then the black, yellow, red,
I have the cream.
Whatever. Yeah, that one.
Original.
Those ones I thought had better materials. There's a yellow and green one out right now. I think, look, fire materials. Now, it made me think of Packers, and I don't like the Packers. I don't hate the Packers.
Yeah.
But I was like, dang, I wish it was green and black because it makes me want to kill Bill, whatever. But I was telling David this. He was like, well, why don't people do this? And I said, I'm going to talk about this because I don't care what people say. I don't care what sneakerheads say. I don't care what anybody say. You know why we buy these Nikes and all this stuff? Is because that's what the people around us care about. That's what it. I don't care. Oh no, I don't care what people think.
You do.
You do.
You have an Instagram page? You do.
You do. Like, the reason why people would even consider buying a Travis Scott UA is because, well, the shoe is nice, but it's also what it does.
Likes. Easy. Like
what
that.
It does. You can buy a Travis Scott UA for $150. Nobody, I would probably say not a single person would even know it if you walk around with it. Not a single person. I don't think anybody would.
Nope. Go to New York.
And then you can go buy a 230-ish New Balance. I mean, it's just
no one's gonna care.
Comfort, money. I mean, it could be a Jound. You get a Jound 992 retail. Man, not a single person would care. Not a single person might even recognize what it is unless they are. I'm talking in sneakers.
Yeah.
You have to be in sneakers to recognize a Jound or a Dub Taps or whatever collaboration like that. I mean, the one thing I will say like about Salehi is that like his colors are so his.
You know it.
You know it.
Immediately.
So like even the like casual sneakerhead like, oh, I've seen them joints before. They may not know him, they may not know it, whatever. They may not know the model. But like you come out with an all green 992 Jound and it's like, oh, them is dope. I paid $1,000 for these. Blow your mind. I was telling this homie this at the gym the other day. Shout out to him. I don't want to say his name. So, never mind. But I was telling him, like, I was in the gym with the gym. I was like, you know what I said? What's crazy is that, like, when it comes to, like, other brands and, like, things like that, sneakers have gotten so high resale that they almost make the luxury ones obsolete. Gucci, all that stuff. It's like, I paid $900 for this Gucci, but it's like, I own a sneaker that's worth $900.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got Turbo Greens worth about $600, and you paid $700 for the Gucci.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to the mall, if you go to the mall with a Jordan 1, 100% of the people in the mall know a Nike. It has a swoosh on it. They know it's a Nike. Probably 30% might know it's a Jordan 1.
And that's if you go to like Shoe Palace or something like that.
Young people, like the
Foot Locker,
like 100% though. I'm talking every person in the mall would know it's a Nike because of the swoosh. Most recognizable. And 30 might be high of who knows that's a Jordan. All right. Now, Gucci is, I think a lot of people know of it. May not be able to recognize it. Gucci has colors and stuff like that. If it doesn't say Gucci on it, they may not know it. They may recognize the G's, whatever. I'd probably say 85 in the mall might know of Gucci, recognize it, but maybe like, 3 people might, not 3, like 10% might be able to say, oh, he's got a Gucci on, whatever.
Yeah. It
might be less with a Travis Scott.
Okay.
And what I mean is that if you walked into a mall with a Travis Scott low, 100% would know it's a Nike. Now, 30 might know it's a Jordan. It's even less who knows it's a Travis Scott. It might be like 5% who would know that's a Travis Scott.
Yeah.
But that matters more than buying this new bat. I don't even know if I'm making any sense.
No. You're absolutely making sense. But here's the thing. Just jumping off of that, I've worn. It's a GR pair of Gel 3s that I got for like $30, like off pack or whatever. I've gotten more compliments on that fucking shoe than anything else I've ever worn.
What color is it?
It's purple. It's purple and gray.
How bright?
GR. Pretty bright.
Okay.
Pretty bright.
That's why.
I mean, I've gotten more compliments on like that. I've gotten more compliments on like Yoda Aloha Vans than I have.
I get a lot of compliment on Vans.
Yeah. Than I ever have on like, say, a Mocha 1 or, anything, or ALD 997. Like, more compliments on those stuff than the shit that's meant to be hyped.
And I think that's where, like, a lot of people are being disconnected from, like, actually what they're doing and wearing and put on. Like, I went to Tanger yesterday, and I'm just walking around, and I had, like, my off day, and I had a lot of time, and I went to the gym, so I was wearing, like, this nylon windbreaker, regular nylon shorts, and Vans. I got more compliments on my jacket than anything else I was wearing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The jacket is nothing. Somebody said, what brand is that? I was like, I don't know. Like, man, I don't know what this is. Like, I had no idea. When Nike, it's just like a cheap jacket I bought. Yeah. Just to like, I just like 'cause it was black, type thing. But I thought it was funny because I was like, and I had a Dodgers hat icon with the lowrider, palm trees.
Yeah.
And they thought I had the greatest hat they've ever seen in their lives on in there type thing. I legit feel that if I would have been wearing the hype, a dunk, any of that, I don't think anybody would have said a word. But it's something of the thought of that everyone knows I got on something special. Anything, I rarely get compliments on my stuff. It don't matter what it is. Like, I'm talking, even if you walk into, and I hate being that guy, but like, sometimes you got some heat on, you'll walk into a Foot Locker.
Of course.
I said when I put on clear toe joints, clots. I'm like, let me go in this Foot Locker. I'm not about a word. I'm like, it's historically one of the most. What are you guys doing? Didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Not that I'm looking for it, but like I'm going in there anyways. You're they're just crazy. Oh, I tried for them. Nothing. Crickets or whatever. But we're all programmed to where that value of that minute. One person out of 100 might know this is the Travis Scott low. We'd rather have that one person know that we're wearing a Travis Scott low than 0 know that we're wearing a 992 New Balance, whatever.
It's also, I also think it has to do with history. I'm not going to say names, but I definitely have had someone say, no knowledge of sneakers before like 2017. Which made me think, because I took Selvage Denims to New York. It was one of the pairs I took to New York, and I went to Kith. I was like, I guarantee not a single employee here knows what these are.
That's disrespectful.
Not a one.
Did it?
But I can. No, I mean, no one said anything, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
But I wasn't going to take a poll of people like, do you know what these are? Or, like, that's weird. But I can, like, 19, 20-year-olds, like, probably have no idea what the shoe is. They were 14 when the shoe came out. You know what I mean?
The tournament on Sneakers app,
Oh, yeah. All the time. Like Beast Packs getting beat out by like Iowa Dunk Lows or something.
Dude, Sakura Air Force One.
Oh yeah.
They lost to what? Iowa Highs or something or whatever?
Like that.
I was like, you know what?
They don't know.
They don't know, man. They don't know. And that group of people that don't know are the ones that we're like dying to wear Travis Scott logos for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And it's, it's a funny thing. I mean, in any hobby, I just don't, and maybe I'm just programmed differently, but like, I couldn't go and listen to like a new Griselda thing, right? Like, before going back and like listening to Dr. Birds and listening to like all this stuff that came before to see like how their sound developed, like how they came up, blah, 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 blah. Like if Donda was the first Kanye thing I'd ever heard, I would go back and get my mind completely blown. So it's like, I don't understand how other people could be like, all right, well, I like sneakers now. Like this is a hobby I want to get into. This is something I enjoy. Let me go back. Let me watch some sneak discs and see their top 10s. Let me do a little bit of research here so that I know and can have a discussion. You know what I mean?
Does that make us old then? I honestly, I really try my best to not be like the guy like, man, the history, you gotta go back, because we're talking to kids. Like, you know what I mean? They're literally kids.
Yeah, but like,
my son is 22.
Even kids, like you're not curious, like, at all. Like, I was training someone at work. I was training someone at work, 19 years old, told me Thug was the GOAT. And I was like,
but it's
man, I love Thugger, but like, you never listen to Reasonable Doubt. Young man didn't know what Illmatic was,
old.
Man.
It's
like,
too old. It's way too old. It's way too old. And I
just don't understand not being able to go back with a clear mind and like.
See, I don't think I want them to go back and listen to it. They don't need to. I don't need a 21-year-old to go back and listen to Illmatic. I saw a kid at the gym yesterday. He might have been 17. He's wearing Tupac Poetic Justice t-shirt. I'm like, there's no way you've seen this movie. There's no way. I don't believe it. Now, if you did, kudos to you, man. But that movie came out in what? 89? 91? 92? Whatever it was. This kid was 16-ish, 15-ish. Tupac Big Poetic Justice. I just don't believe you really know what you're wearing. You saw a Fire t-shirt, a Hot Topic or something, and you bought it. That's what I thought. And I don't want to be old man and stuff like that. Like you said with the Griselda, stuff like that. If I'm getting on new to something, and this is us because we have an understanding of like what we like and what we don't like, I cannot listen to new stuff if I haven't heard the old stuff. I can't. So I would rather, if I can't make the time to listen to the old stuff, then I just will never listen to this person ever again as an artist.
Okay.
It takes me forever.
It's that process.
Like, I'm probably 2 or 3 albums behind on like certain artists. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to listen to the new one because I haven't listened to the other one and then the other one. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't do that because like, I like this artist a lot. But if I get too far back, like, oh, I'm good. I won't even listen to it at all anymore. And
so with that being said, relating it back to sneakers, if you think, let me ask you this. If you think you would have just gotten into sneakers, I'll say last year, 2 years ago, you're like, pandemic, I got extra money, stimmy money, I'm going to buy some sneakers. Do you think with your personality you'd be able to buy like, or want a Travis High?
I would have to. You have to now. Like, okay.
Because, you know, I mean, now, yeah.
That's a new discussion. If you were going to start as a sneakerhead today, where would you start? And let's say you got stimulus money. So let's just say, let's say $1,500. Let's say we just got $1,500 from the government. We're 18. We're kind of in the sneakers. We really want to get into it. Where would you start? And I'm talking you're 20. No, I'm going to go 19. I'm not 20. We'll go 20. Not 21, not 22. You're 20. Where would you start? And you have to really think where you have to start. Because, and let me tell you why. When we were growing up, what's considered heat now were GRs.
Yeah.
So, like, you almost have to now start at a Off-White or a Travis Scott. You almost have to. The GRs now, they ain't hidden. Like, the fact that you and I have sneakers that probably, I got some sneakers from 89.
Yeah.
I got sneakers from 94. I got Jordan 7 Cardinals from whatever, the original OG year, whatever year that was. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, when you're now into it, a GR ain't gonna suffice. A GR ain't your key into the game no more. It ain't your key to social media. It ain't your key to TikTok. You pull up the TikTok and social media with like, yeah, I got the overbreak, beetroot overbreaks, but ew. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, we've been in it for so long. If social media, okay.
The pencil sharpener was our social media.
Yeah, so like when
the front of the blackboard was a social media.
When you came to school with Aqua 8s on when they dropped, it was heat. It was, oh my God, he got the 8s. He got them. That was it. That was our real social media. Yeah. So like if I'm in the game today, I'm 20 years old, I got 2 pair of Jordans that my grandma bought me, I got some for my birthday, and I got $1,500 from the government. I could do whatever I want with it. I think I have to go buy an Off-White. I gotta go at least a lower tier. I gotta get one of the 4s or maybe a Union 4 for something. I feel like you gotta start there. Now it sucks to start there because now you're setting yourself on a bad path. Yeah. But you almost have to buy a hype sneaker to get in the game, and then your GRs, you can buy them, but you're in the game already. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It absolutely does.
Like, you can't get in the game without a hype sneaker yet. So like you can buy the GRs you want, but until you hit on a Off-White or you hit on a coveted Duck Low or SB, 353, yeah. You know what I mean? Like you have to hit on something that like, oh, his collection is okay, even if you got 5, 6, 7 of them. Mm-hmm. People have sent me pictures of their collection all the time. I mean, small. I'm talking like 13, 12. But like literally probably 9 of them are like certified heat. Mm-hmm. I'm talking both Off-White 5s, Off-White 4s, Off-White 1s, like, and then, you know, they got, you know, a New Balance, but it's like a, one of the most.
A Jound.
Yeah, it's like, God dang, like, how you get that? You know what I mean? Like, so that's where it's like, okay, well, you already in the game now, so you can, as long as you keep all this heat, because now you can go buy your overbreaks. You can go buy your ISPAs. You can go buy whatever. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. People listen
to the podcast. It does. Now you think the young people, I guess I'll just call them young people, would look at your collection, right? Like collection for collection.
Sucks. Now, I don't know about
yours,
which
gets to me because I absolutely think my collection sucks. Which is insane.
That's different.
Fam.
That's a different. I think mine sucks too, but mine doesn't suck. Yours doesn't suck either. I know yours doesn't suck. You got some stuff I'd be like,
I don't know.
But see, like, it sucks to us because we've always had it. Like,
yeah, okay.
Like, and it bothers us. Like, I mean, come on, fam. If you see a 23-year-old like, yo, I got the Pee Wee Hermans on, you'd want to punch him in the face. Yeah. Because one, you have no idea who Pee Wee Herman is. Uh-huh. That's one. Two, we grew up on Pee Wee Herman. We watched that weirdo. All right, and he's a weirdo, but I mean, we love Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman was great. Yes. And then the Dunks, you know, that was us. Mm-hmm. So you see these young little weirdo like, yo, I get the Pee Wee Hermans. Man, shut up. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I go home and look at my collection, I love it. It's mine. I love it. I mean, I got Stabs, I got Agassiz, I got Air Maxes, I got Jordans, I mean, pulling out Bordeaux today, I'm like, man, look at these. These joints is almost unwearable. Like the felt or whatever that nubuck is like cracked now. Yeah. Like, it made me feel good because, like, I know a lot of other people can't go pull out their thing. I thought about wearing Cardinal 7s. They can't pull those. I thought about wearing these other 7s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of thing. But if a young 23-year-old came out of my closet, I got one Off-White. One. That's the OG Presto. And Clivers. So, like, in order to impress them, I got to pull out my Yeezys, which I don't have any now. I got to pull out my recent SB Dunks, my recent Dunks,
I have no SB Dunks from recent.
I only got one.
But to impress children, I got to pull out Barfs that I paid $144.
Like, I don't even know if they'd be impressed by it.
I mean,
Barfs
go for like $5, $6.
I don't think they know what those are. Barfs are some classics, all right. But you got to pull out something that was recently on Sneakers app. You pull out Pollens, they might be like, oh, we got the Pollens. They might feel some way about them. Lightnings, I don't even like that young people.
Dusty Olive Dunk Lows, probably. Kids would be like,
heck no. Dusty Olive Dunk Lows? Wait, what is that?
This is the one that came
with the orange
out.
Swoosh? Oh, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Recently. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. I was just saying recently it would be something.
It would have to be. It had to be maybe a South Beach. It had to be. Not even that. No. I don't think a lot of people.
We don't even like South Beaches.
So I had a South Beach. I had one. I just had a kid's one the other day, and I asked Ruby that she wanted. I gave it to somebody else. And I was like, maybe I'll just sell it on StockX.
Yeah.
I don't know StockX ain't going for nothing.
Really?
Maybe
I'll buy South Beaches. I don't know. I don't know if I need them.
Fam, you don't. You want them. I'm sitting there looking at them like, man, what is this? These take me back. What am I going to do with this thing? Like a freaking boot. But look, man, I honest. You didn't answer your question. Where would you start?
I mean,
let's say you're in now. I don't want to think of Ricco, New Balances, whatever. You can choose wherever you want to go right now. Wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go.
I would probably go Lightnings.
Okay. That's considered a GR, right? What qualifies as GR? How many? I
don't know.
How many do you think Lightnings?
But there was a lot. There was a lot of.
There was definitely a lot of Lightnings, but I'm like, is that considered GR? Because is there any at the stores?
I'm sure if we went.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know what I mean?
I think there might.
I went.
Yeah, we don't go
months later and saw.
We don't go.
What was it? Black Tech challenges and yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
We go into what's this? The WSS, whatever it's called. I'm pretty confident. Somebody on Facebook was like, "Fam, there was nobody there waiting for the extra pairs of Lightnings."
Mike from Soul Search, and they were asking me what WSS was.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Soul Search, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, shout out to them, man. Yeah. That's the homies. I love them, man. I was mad they didn't get to come this year. They always come this year or whatever to do the podcast. But shout out to them, man. But yeah, man.
That's probably where I'd start.
Lightnings are probably a good start
because I'm thinking of
it's an OG.
I'm thinking of when
newer. That's a perfect.
Was just really getting back into it because I didn't really have money for sneakers until I moved to Arizona because my apartment was $600 and my car was $1,500 and I just
you were that guy.
I absolutely was.
You're the
that
person
guy.
That all my friends I tell my son man, don't do it, man. They couldn't wait to move out. They couldn't wait. They got some money. Couldn't wait to get an expensive car. What was you driving?
My car was $1,200. I was driving a Chevy Cavalier. I was just whipping it.
Oh, the car was $1,500.
Yeah,
I remember your payment was $1,500.
No,
my you driving a Benz?
No, I was like, I had friends I worked at Walmart. I was like, you know what? I'm just here. I'm just living life. They're bringing back white cements.
Fours? When?
2012.
I haven't even wore mine.
That was.
When you were then. Oh, I thought you meant
That's when I was getting back into it. Because when I moved here, I had Flint 13s, black cement 5s. I didn't have a lot. Some Roshis, some Flynets, I think. That was before Flynets. So I just remember white cement 4s being like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, everybody could think of that sneaker that uh-oh.
And then I got East Coast Pack Nicks for retail. And
how'd you get that for retail?
I was late for work is how I got those for retail. I clocked in late because I had to be home at 8 a.m.
I mean, I think it had to be a 13 or something that pulled me back in when I had sold them all again. Mm-hmm. I kept I kept a cool 20. I'm in college now. I wear Puma Romas. I wear Clarks now. I was that guy. And then they dropped 2 13s the same day. And I lied in driver's ed to get out and go buy.
Right.
I think that might have been
girlfriend was having a baby or something.
Yeah, but I was still buying them in high school. Mm-hmm. But it was just light. It was
just light. Yeah,
it was light. Of course, they had to get Concord. They had to get 96 Concord. I had to get all this stuff. And then, like I said, it was you got those two. But you know what happened was, just like I said, going back to previously, I copped them. I wore them to ASU. Cats were losing their minds. Made you feel away.
13s, yeah.
Then I came the next day with the other color that came out. It was you got both. That's correct.
That's what it was. And now for me, like, it ebbs, and this goes into a different conversation, but like, it ebbs and flows, right? Like, last few weeks, like, before Pollens, like, I hadn't tried for a personal in maybe 2-3 months. I was just like, I don't know. You know, and that happens every so often.
Well, haven't tried, or you just never got them? Haven't tried is the wrong word to use this.
No. I didn't really try. The stuff I would have hit, I probably would have sold.
Okay.
Like,
see, that means like you didn't care if you got it or not. Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of that, like a lot of weeks of that where like
there's like a 3 to 4 month span every year where that happens. And then like at Pollens, and then I was like, you know, I'm gonna miss Kai's, and then I hit those Dusty Olive Dunks, and then I was like, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, like when I got, I mean, I was happy with, like I said, like I got the Undefeated from the homie, shout out to him. And then, you know, I got the Moss joint. I was happy about that. And I had got, you know, some cheap stuff off it. Like, I've been, like, really happy with, like, some sale stuff I found and stuff like that. But, like, a lot of the stuff, like, you know, like the high dunks, like, I try on sneakers, I don't see what happens. But, like, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I even got Raging Bull 5s on sneakers, and I just canceled it. I was like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I don't want to have to think about keeping it.
Just remember I have those.
Oh,
I forgot.
Yes, the new ones? Okay. And Georgia's too fire. If I would have got them, I would have kept them.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel good about certain things where I'm like, you know what? No. the blue human race.
Oh, yeah.
I like those. They're not everybody's cup of tea, but I was like, you know what?
Okay, I don't know how I feel about it. I would have had to have seen them in hand.
I was like, no. And I just didn't do it. Yeah. And I felt good about it. Now, I will be buying the next color.
Yeah.
Other ones. But, like, you know, I felt good about saying no.
Pass on this one. Yeah.
Cool. Internet stuff real quick. So, real quick, you know, people didn't say. I had a weird interaction all week. Okay. Say what?
No, I'm listening.
I had some weird interactions all week. Me and Nice Kicks had a back and forth for quite some time about that guy that was on the like, in the bottom of the French kiss in the shoe, whatever. And look, you know, I don't know what. It's such a weird interaction with Nice Kicks because, like, it was us talking junk to each other, and then it sort of turned into like this weird understanding, like because of course I said something, man, come on, man, y'all posted this nonsense, like whatever, and then they're like, you know, they sent this long message, then I sent something, and they're like, well, you know what, I can't remember. Like,
moguls, all right? Mogul talk.
Whatever they're talking about, and then like I'm talking about stuff back, and they're like, well, you know what, you don't ever comment on the stuff we do post good. You only come here for the bad stuff. I said, no, I'll go to BR Kicks. Everybody else posts bad stuff. And now I said no. I said BR Kicks, High Snobiety, Modern Notoriety, Esquire Sneakers. I go to all of them that post stupid stuff. And then they were like, well, you know, basically like I don't support the good stuff. And I'm like, you know what? You may be right. I really don't. Because there's some things I'll like it. I'll hit the like, okay, fine. That was okay. They posted. I don't mad at it. But I told them, I said, you know what? You got it. First of all, they call me a liar, which I said, first of all, don't call me a liar because I don't lie on the internet.
Lie about what?
Because I said...
Oh, that you like good stuff?
Yeah, I said, like, man, I do support the good stuff, but whatever. So I told them, I said, you know what? I'm going to do better at the good stuff. I'll support it. Yeah, we posted this, like, all girls week stuff, and you didn't do it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? You watching? Okay, fine. And, you know, everybody in the comments like, yeah, Nice Kicks brought the receipts, all this goofy stuff. But it was like half people on my side, half on Nice Kicks side, whatever, man. But shout out to Nice Kicks, whatever, I don't care. But the Donda thing. So I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, right?
No, what's happening?
So I posted on Twitter. Now look, I'm going to ask you how you feel about this. Okay. I posted on Twitter, I would never wear merchandise.
Oh, that's right.
With someone else's mom's name on it. Which I stand by, okay? Album being called, all that, oh man, fire. The merch, Donda on it. The picture of his mama as a baby on it. And I said this a long time ago with that one shirt that had the giant picture of his mama's face on it. I was like, no, that's not my mama, and I don't know her. Like, It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that should be a one-of-one Kanye thing. Any clothing with your mama's baby picture on it, I don't understand why anybody would wear that or with someone's mom's name on it.
Must sound like a funeral, like a friend's funeral.
That's different. Ricco, that's different.
I'm just asking a question. I just want to be
go
clear.
to the homie funeral, like one of the homies from the hood, and they made some angel shirts and a 40. Cool, all right. But, like, I wouldn't wear... If one of your homies passed, I don't know him.
Okay.
Now, this cat on social media was like, yo, but you would wear a jersey with a name on it. And someone jumped in and said jerseys are for losers, which, let me explain something to you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let me explain something to you. I'm not wearing, I used to wear tons of throwbacks, tons of jerseys, okay? And I only brought up Andy, he was like, oh, the homie that you have on the podcast, he wears jerseys all the time. Let me tell you something. Andy owns a jersey business. If Andy isn't wearing jerseys, I'm not buying jerseys from him. He's supposed to wear jerseys.
Okay.
I do not. That was my one major beef too with Kai. We buy all the Kai stuff, and he buys all the Gucci.
Don't tell Yuri that. He'll send you picture after picture of Kai wearing his own stuff.
told, man, Kai be like, new pickups, all the most fire Gucci and Louis of all time. I'm like, nah, fam, you got your own brand. Wear Kai's all day. Anyways. So then he was like, well, you'd wear another, fam, I buy batting practice Mitchell and Ness jerseys. I don't buy names on it. They have a number on the back, maybe whatever. I have nothing against people who wear jerseys whatsoever. It's just not my thing at my age. I'm 40. I just don't. The people are too young in the jerseys. Now, if I want to wear a throwback Deion Sanders, that was one of my idols. I'm gonna wear that. Fam, I'm not a grown man walking around wearing a LaMelo Ball jersey. Don't do that. He's 19. You're almost 40. When a 19-year-old. Now, I'll buy my son that. Cortez, yes. Oscar's 22, yes. My kids should be looking at athletes now like I want to be like him if they love sports. I looked at Deion, Jordan, Magic, Shaq, all of them. I want their jersey because I want to be like them.
Okay, so that's what the implication is. Like, if you get a Dak Prescott jersey, you're saying you yourself, a 38-year-old, want to be Dak Prescott. That's what the precedent is for you.
That's how I look at it. Now, Donda clothes. Like I said, I feel like, I don't want to use the word inappropriate, but I would never wear clothing with someone's mama's name on it. Now, I don't know if you would or not. I wouldn't.
It's weird.
I think it's weird to me.
Funeral's like the only, like...
That doesn't count. I know them. Come on. Like, I mean, if you made some clothes and you put your mom's name all over it, I'm not wearing your mom's name on my body. Even if I know your mom, I'm not. Like, that's your mama. I don't even make enough time for my own mama. I would feel sick to my stomach if I went to go visit my mom and she goes, who's Donda? Well, that's Kanye's mom. I would feel so weird.
Well, the way out of it is that's Kanye's album. Kanye's recent album. It's called Donda.
Come on. I'm not trying to make a loophole. I'm not trying to tell my mom a loophole. Like, well, you know, here's the album.
It's weird. And then he hit back. You know, all respect to him. He hit back and he was like, "Just say you don't support Kanye. It's cool." And it's like, that's different. That's still different.
Which I wish I had made the point when he said it because I was like, look. Donda ain't never ran for 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
She ain't never hit the game-winning shot against the Jazz. And this is no disrespect to anybody's mom. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like things like that are so personal. I have no problem with the album being called Donda. None of that. That's. I feel like probably every artist at some point has made something really great artists, like legendary artists, have made something really personal like that. A song,
absolutely.
You know, album title. They've done some stuff like that, which. When you're that level of artist, you can do things like that, and it can be well respected. I'm not listening to and even in New York, I make a song about their mom, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, Adidas is the Nazi party and yada, yada, yada. And on mine, I was like, Kanye's on Adidas, but whatever. Like, I didn't even think about it at the time. And then he was like, and I said, I know that. And I said...
We all know that.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, Nike's built off the backs of underpaid Chinese people, and I'm still looking for a 9.5.
Yeah.
I said, I wish I could have that high morale, I wish I could, but I don't, type thing. And I'm like...
And the thing is that if we had that moral high ground with everything... We wouldn't own anything.
Nothing. We would have nothing.
We wouldn't eat. We wouldn't We'd be dead.
We literally
on our high horse.
have nothing. Like, I mean, and that's just what it boils down to. Like I said, anybody who bought the merch, man, more power to you. First of all, the stuff is way too expensive. I don't care if it is made by Balenciaga or whatever. The joint said 12 to 16 weeks to get. That's one. Two, a $200 shirt with like his childhood home on it. Why would I wear a shirt with a big house on it? I just don't get. Why would I wear a shirt with your mama as a baby on it? That is so weird to me.
It's weird.
But he made millions off of it. They said he made $7 million off merch when he did the first thing at the Mercedes-Benz arena. Fam, what? That is incredible. But I'm not wearing a bulletproof vest with your mama name on it. Like, that's just me. And anybody who listens to the podcast, because then somebody was like, well, when did short shorts and man, you know, the slings we wear, like the shoulder bags. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I wouldn't. I'm not telling you can't. Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not trying to say that it's not unacceptable. I wouldn't do it. Right. Anybody could wear a Donda shirt. You could wear a Donda hat. You could wear a Donda
Everybody
mask.
could wear whatever they want.
You could wear whatever I want. I said, I wouldn't, and I stand by that. I'll never. I'm sorry, never.
It's weird. It is weird.
I'm sorry.
It's absolutely weird.
Like, I got like, yeah, that's Kanye mama name. You know, and named his after. That's weird to me, but I'm sure people copped it. I'm sure plenty of people copped.
Oh, lots of people copped.
Did Blanc cop?
7 million. Blanc has. I think he got 2 of like everything in the collection. Probably. Knowing Blanc, that's probably what
Blanc
he did.
is a G. Blanc is a legend.
Love Blanc, man.
That's the homie, man.
Yeah.
I be hitting him up trying to get back on the podcast. He don't even respond to my DMs sometimes. One time I sent him a message like, "Oh, you want to come through?" He didn't respond for so long. I felt bad. I unsent it. I was like, you're not going to hold me for that long. I did that twice to Blanc.
Not me.
I'm not going to lie to you. I did that twice to Blanc. I was like, man, where Blanc at? Like, I'm like, man, where you at? Let's get that. Unsend. What else was that? Mets versus fans? Look. I'm glad you're here because I was going to talk to George about it, but you are the resident Mets fan of the podcast.
I am. Took both games today, by the way. First of all, let's talk about
beat the Marlins.
Let's talk about game 1 today. Let's talk. Oh, you would expect that, but with this fucking team, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like nah. The Mets are literally a bag of Cracker Jacks against the Marlins. You have no idea where you're gonna get at any point.
Marlins has that effect on certain teams.
However, they play spoiler a lot. However, what I will say is Baez coming around third to score the winning run after getting booed in his first at bat, and Gary Cohen yelling the thumbs have turned around is an all-time baseball call if the Mets make the playoffs. If the Mets make the playoffs, that is an all-time baseball call. That's my second favorite Gary Cohen call of all time. It was unbelievable.
When you sent that in the thread and you said that, and I listened to it, and I said, that's whack.
Why?
Because you shouldn't be on his side anymore. It shouldn't reverse. It shouldn't reverse. He still got a ride in that. Now, if he hit a game winner to get in the playoffs or win the World Series, all right, cool. I get it. But they wouldn't be in that situation with this back and forth with fans if they were that good to be in the World Series or the playoffs right now. Do you have a problem? Just back for everybody. Javier Baez, traded from the Cubs.
And Lindor.
Say what?
And Lindor.
And Lindor is black. Let's give you FYI. He's black. His contract is insane.
Fucking
and
more seasons.
His contract hasn't even kicked in yet.
Take a breath.
Fam.
9 more
He is supposed to be the Mets.
Relax.
All right. Now
Take
look.
a breath.
Javier Baez on the Mets. And I found this to be an interesting topic. For those who like baseball and don't like baseball, it is what it is. The Mets have been on quite the decline, okay? And, they made some trades, they made some moves or whatever, and Javier Baez has not improved the Mets as of yet, okay? He hasn't improved them. They haven't been winning since he's been there. The fans have been booing them like crazy, so Javier Baez and some of the other Mets players, which I hate that it's on Baez. Now, Baez is the one that gave up the statement in the press conference with his son or whatever it was, but they've been giving the thumbs down, which was, he said in the press conference, a sign basically, he loved the fans, but it's the fans booing them, like they're booing the fans type thing. Are you okay with that?
No.
You're not okay with it?
No.
Okay. Why?
Because, A, you're a fucking idiot. You're
Why?
in New York.
Okay.
You know when you don't perform well,
Right.
they're going to fucking boo you. This is... If he was playing bad in Chicago, they would boo him.
No, they wouldn't. That's the problem. So you're missing the problem here.
Is that it's New York? New York is the problem. Is that...
No. It's him. He's the problem. He's the problem, but Chicago's also the problem as well.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
He was coddled in Chicago.
He was coddled in Chicago.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because he wasn't... I mean, you bring...
Well, they got a ring, so, I mean, he kind of
you
gets a
bring a World
pass.
Series in Chicago, you get
Absolutely.
a pass for quite some time.
He does not have to pay for food in Chicago ever again.
He doesn't have to pay for anything. He probably stopped payments on his home.
Sure.
Like, who knows?
Sure.
Okay. The issue that I have with it is that Javier Baez has no footing or foundation in New York yet. You can't be brand new. Fam, Javier Baez and the Mets, he's been killing it. I'm talking in homer after homer. He's been balling and killing it. He might have wouldn't have been able to get away with it a little bit. If they just happen to be losing, but he's balling, okay, maybe winning, whatever.
When he's been on the field, he's been producing.
He's been pretty good. He's been okay. He has been doing better than, what's his name, that went to the Yankees from the Bears. I mean, from the Cubs.
Rizzo.
Oh, he was going. He's hurt now, but... Oh, is he still hurt? I don't know if he's still hurt.
I don't know.
So that was my only issue with it. He was coming from Chicago, who their history of being bad is so long that they never booed. Like, it was no reason to boo.
Sure.
It was just like, well, get them next
Another
time.
game, yeah.
You know what? Get them next year. It was that for literally hundreds of years. So it's like when you finally get over that hump, you get it, you win. You can be bad probably for another 80 years in Chicago, and they'd be like, hey, we got that one. We okay.
But again, like, going back to the Mets fans, like, fam, we just came off a 2-11 stretch over the class of, the Giants and the Dodgers. It doesn't make sense, so George hates it. But the Giants and the Dodgers are two very good baseball teams, right? Like,
very good.
2-11. I was like... going into that stretch, I was like, we get 5 games, that would be a win. If we win 5 of them, that would be a win. 2-11, where the offense has been horrid, all right?
Mets offense has been really bad.
All season, they have been miserable. You're going to get booed. It's a part of it.
But should the Mets be booing like they really do? Like, the Mets aren't the
fans?
Yankees. Like,
Don't do that. We had expectations coming into the season.
I feel like...
From May 16th to, like, the end of July, we were the class of the NL East. I know it's not saying a whole lot, because it's just been... They've kind of just been beating each other. But we had expectations going into this year,
Do you feel like Yankee fans and Mets fans are the same?
No. God, no.
Okay. I feel like it makes sense for Yankee fans to boo, not Mets fans.
Why?
Yankees have a history of being winners.
All right. Will you fucking relax? No one...
But that's a fact.
There are no fans more loyal than Mets fans. Maybe Cubs fans.
Red Sox fans. Red Sox fans.
Maybe. But an 8-year-old Red Sox fan has seen 3 fucking World Series. Like, come on.
Okay, no. I didn't know you were comparing the children of each team.
Look, man, I'm just saying... The Mets have one of the more passionate fan bases in baseball. I will say that. We absolutely had expectations coming into this year. We've had expectations for every season since 2015. Like, except for maybe 2017 and maybe 2020, COVID year.
I love Mets fans. I love Yankee fans. I love the fact that...
I don't love Yankee fans.
I love them only because I love the stadiums in different boroughs. I love that. I do. I think it's a phenomenal thing and a great dynamic. Now, I grew up in the era where Mets were always pretty good. It was, they were formidable.
We hung around.
Piazza days, even Daryl Strawberry. All of them, And I mean, even John Rocker days, all them, them freaks and the freaking, not Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones, well, he kind of destroyed that.
Fuck Chipper Jones.
There's a lot of people that kind of like, Chase Utley
too.
Chase Utley too was like, he's the Mets, right? Chase Utley went to the Mets.
Fam, if I ever seen Chase Utley,
they really messed up a lot of that stuff out there. But
Chase Utley completely destroyed Ahmed Rosario's leg. Like, that was fucked up.
That was crazy.
It wasn't Rosario.
I like Chase Utley.
I fucking hate him. I hate him so fucking much.
Phillies.
Oh my God, I hate him.
Look, I don't think Baez is wrong for it. I think you just too. I mean, I get his feelings, but like, you're not cemented enough there to do that, and that's the wrong place to do it, man. You don't go to New York and try to demand something from a New York person. Period.
It's not difficult, man. Like, play good baseball. You don't get booed.
Whoa.
Fucking imagine that.
You're not talking
about...
You're not talking about somebody who came from a place that gets booed. He's never been booed. Like, that's the thing. You can't come from the Cubs. They love you no matter what.
It's not my fucking problem.
It's an aw-shucks
Get
town.
used to it.
Will he be there next year?
He will.
Of course he will.
I do think he will. I think...
Yeah, of course. He's good.
I think we're gonna... I mean, he strikes out a lot. But when he hits, it's out of the park, dude. Like,
yeah, I mean, not Vlad Guerrero type striking out, but he does strike out a lot.
He strikes out a lot. Holy fuck.
I don't know.
But I'm sure he'll be back, because I'm sure the front office will want to appease Lindor, and...
I feel like, when it comes to, like, fans, I feel like they overreach. No Mets fan has overreached. They did their job. You booed.
We did what we were supposed to do.
And, I do feel bad for the Mets because they started off really good. Like, they were having a really decent season.
We were in first place in the NL
fell
East.
Really fast. But, like, that's baseball. That's baseball. That's one thing I will say about baseball. Like, I don't get into baseball until last year. I was into it the whole season. This year, until after All-Star break, I was like, okay, I'm going to get back into it, start paying attention, see what's going on, whatever. And that's one, because these teams get on these crazy streaks. The fact you can go 2-11 in a thing, you can go from here to here. I'm talking like that. So,
which is exactly what happened. The thing that doomed the Mets, and this isn't a Mets podcast, obviously, but the thing that really fucking doomed the Mets was losing 5 of 6 to the Pirates.
Yeah.
That was really it, because we beat those Pirates. We take 4 of those games. We're up 11 games in the division.
Weren't the Pirates like on like an 11-game losing streak?
They're awful. They stink.
I think Philly is like on like a 13-game losing streak right now. Somebody, or maybe they ended it.
Fucking up.
What's his name?
I mean, that's the only thing. Like, we're 5.5 games out. Like, it could still happen. Do I think it will happen? I mean, this offense of this team, unless the offense gets it together, man, it's such a waste to have them in the playoffs, honestly.
I had to do it.
I love the Mets, and I want to see them in the playoffs, but, like...
No, not in baseball. It's not a waste. In baseball, you can...
Because anyone can get hot.
Anybody can get hot.
Sure.
Like I wouldn't have been shocked if, during the World Series, if the Rays had beat the Dodgers. It wouldn't have been shocking to me. No. Like, it wouldn't have been. Like, even though the Dodgers, to me, were a better team,
Dodgers,
it wouldn't
of course, was a better team.
Baseball...
They had 10 times the payroll.
Baseball is that sport to where, like...
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Football, too. Basketball, I really don't consider it that way. Like...
Sure.
I just don't. You get down 2-0, typically, like, it's over.
It's kind of
now,
over.
the Bucks-Suns thing was a little different. It happened a few other times. But, like, man, on a Sunday with football... you're not going to tell me that the Bengals can't beat the Buccaneers one day. You're not going to tell me that.
Yeah.
You're not. You want to do top 10?
Let's do top 10.
Top 10, get out of here. Unless you got anything else?
I
don't think there was anything else.
Shout out to Camp Out.
I know this. Shout out
Camp
to
Out.
Mike, man. Mike is the homie, man. I really tried to get...
He was really fucking cool.
Oh, that's the homie,
Absolutely,
man.
yeah.
He's super cool.
I'd never met him before, so...
Oh, really?
I went to a shop in Queens and... Super good time. All the right.
No wonder.
All the right. 91st Corona.
I tried to look up the store. I put it in Google. Something else came up. Ooh. No wonder. I was like, I had to go on Twitter to find it.
New York was a good time, man. I went to when I went to that Mets game on Tuesday and it got rained out. I really felt like my life was over.
That was funny.
I thought I was supposed to leave on Thursday or whatever, but then it didn't happen. I ended up staying, met some hat folks,
You
hat
people. Go out there and live out there?
I'd live out there again. But I feel like springtime, I'd be so fucked. Because like the only thing on my mind during the spring was like, maybe I go to this game, maybe I go to this. Like I'd just be at Mets games all the time.
I mean,
I think.
Oh no, you seem like you was really enjoying it. You was in your element.
It was a good time, yeah. It's every time I go back, like it feels like I never left. Honestly. It's the weirdest thing.
I
like
mean,
when I
get that building cracking off, you should go back and run the building.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. B.
I mean, I don't want you to go, but I'm just saying,
anymore.
Pod on you be on Skype now.
Yes.
All right, let's do a top 10 so we can get out of here. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, thank
George,
you.
sick again like always, so who knows?
George is the new you.
Yeah, you're right.
You got honorable mentions.
I have one honorable mention, and it's we're doing top 10 Jordan 7s to us. My honorable mention is that it was like it's called Tinker Alternative, but it was like Olympic colors. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
I thought it was a new Olympic. It sort of looked like that PSG 7 that recently just came out.
Those aren't bad.
They weren't bad. I got it as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
They weren't bad, you know.
My honorable mention, I just wanted to bring up the worst Jordan 7 I've ever seen because I got it in a beater box, and is the Cigar 7.
Oh, that's one of the worst.
One of
ever.
The worst Jordans of all time.
That and that green 6 are both one of the worst of all time. Look, the green 6 is the green champagne 6 is better than the cigar. Mm-hmm. But when that pack first pictures and stuff came out, everyone thought the cigar was going to be fire. I did. I was like, ooh, I can't wait. Then when I saw them in person, I was like, I can't believe I think the 6 is better.
Those lace lock things. Oh my god.
What is it, like
it's a ring? It's like ring. Metal. It's heavy. I'm like, yo, I take the box out of the beater box. I'm like, what is clinking in here?
How was the condition of it?
They're pretty beat.
Oh, you sold them though?
Please, no, not yet.
Oh, them joints are so whack.
Suck.
Look at that. You got that as an honorable mention, but you don't have Miros or
Myros bins. I just wanted to bring up what I thought was the worst Jordan 7.
All right, you want me to go first?
You go first.
I can go first. Number 10, I got Citrus 7s. I like Citrus 7s.
Okay.
Now, I did feel like it was a little bit much with all the two different threads. Because it was like outlined in that. But I think that's what made it.
I was into that for sure.
I like those. I didn't think those were that bad. I think they probably looked better on girls, but like, I thought them joints were tight.
Fire.
Number 9, I got the brown Pattas, the 7s.
Okay.
Did you see them in person? Have you seen them in person? Mm-mm. That's what made me switch. Because I was like, what is this? This is whack.
I know. They're really not bad.
And I thought, like, oh, yeah, the gray ones are better. I haven't seen the gray ones in person. But when I saw the brown ones at like a Heat of Soul or something, I was like, man, these are really nice. Like, these are really, really nice. Number 8, I got the Myro 7s or whatever. Those grew on me. I thought those were awful. George thought they were just the best things ever. They're okay. And now when I read about them a little bit, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay.
But they grew on me. Number 7, I got Flint 7s. Flint 7s are fire.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm glad that they are sitting on shelves. I'm a little surprised by it because I feel like Flint 7s were like they were like the younger for us. Like, I'm not for us, but like the sneakerheads now, the new ones, like for them. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They're okay.
But you give new sneakerheads something for them. Yeah. If it doesn't have off-white on it,
like, I'm trying to think of like when they were, so like they're 20 now. When they were 11, 10, 12. I feel like Flint 7s were like when they were 13.
Probably,
what they really wanted. I want they wanted those, you know. Number 6, I got Bin 7s. Bin 7s I used to did not like because I thought it looked like Rastafarian Jamaican stuff. I cannot. I love Jamaicans. I love them. They're my people, man. But I cannot stand the combination of those colors. I can't. That White Sox hat that dropped today, oh my, I can't.
Wait, the yellow, green, and black?
I can't do those color combinations.
Oh, that color combination is great.
I've never liked it.
That's disrespectful.
But the Bin 7 had enough white on it where it kind of like, then I saw them in person too. They were kind of fire. Fire may be strong, but I liked them a lot. Number 5, I got one that just came out like maybe last year. Ray Allen 7, the black Bucks one.
The purple?
It was all black with the purple and the forest green.
Okay.
Those joints are fire. I don't care what anybody says. Them are one of the better Jordan 7s that exist. Now, is it about 13, 14 years too late? Of course, because Ray Allen wore those against like the Sixers, I think.
Yes.
You know, trying to get to the finals. Number 4, I got Raptor 7s. Now, Raptors in the DMP Pack 7s with the gray paneling. Yes. People may not realize this. There's about like 5 different versions of Raptors, all right? There's like an all-black one. I was so mad when I got
an OG Raptor.
Like a 92 one?
Yeah, in a beater box. Okay, then maybe not OG. It was because it was 92.
Got 90,
2002.
Oh, 2002?
And it was all black.
Okay.
The OG was all black. But I agree with you.
Yeah, I prefer the DMP pack one.
100%.
Now, the OG 92 one, I feel like it was gray paneling too, maybe? Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I haven't seen like a fresh pair.
The 92, the 02, and the 2012 all were all black.
Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer the Raptor and the
I
pack.
absolutely do too.
Any Raptor, honestly, but like I prefer that one. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I got Olympic 7s.
Okay. I should have never sold Olympic 7s. I sold them to my homie Zach.
I sold my original Olympic 7s, and then I sold For the Love of Game Olympic 7s. And I'm like, don't do that. Olympic 7s with a heart on the... Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's better. Don't do that.
But for whatever reason, I love those better. Yeah. I wore those to the ground.
Love of the Games are so good.
I don't even know...
That should have been on my list. But
that little heart in the back made me like,
does something to you.
These is better than the OG ones. I'm stupid. Number 2... I got Cardinal 7s.
Okay.
Cardinal 7s are fire, man. They're disrespected to me. I love Cardinal 7s.
Agree.
I think majority white sneakers maybe I'm okay with on 7s. Like, I feel like the darker ones.
The paneling's right.
Yeah, something about them.
Yeah.
And number 1, I got Bordeaux 7s.
Okay.
Like, I got it on.
Oh.
Ow, these are beast. Shout out to Jay Waves. So look at that.
Fire.
Look at that ripped. Man, these joints. You know what's crazy is
Jay Waves gave you those?
I bought them from him.
Oh, okay.
These joints got rust on them. Or Diet Coke. I don't know what that is. I can't tell, but it looks crazy. But, man, like...
Henny.
Woo!
Henny stain. Jay Waves probably wore him to the club, B.
Henny stain.
I'm getting them club vibes.
Dang, my emblem in the back is cracked.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
When these retro one again?
My homie Robbie's wearing his 2015 pair. So, are those from 2015? They do have to retro again. I'm saying it out loud. That's fucking 7 years ago. Like, that's a long time.
Well, you could buy the 6s next week. That's the only... I might have to. I might have to.
You convincing me, don't.
I'm hoping that they just don't go for a lot, and maybe I could grab them later.
230. That's still a lot. What's retail? 180? 200?
I'm about to look it up while you say your list. But number 1 to me is Bordeaux 7s, and it shouldn't be anything else. To me. What you got, Rico?
Number 10, I also have the Pata. Either the icicle or the brown. I prefer the icicle. I think the icicle is a little cool.
Is it blue? I've never seen it.
It's blue.
It just looks gray and gray.
Slate blue.
Oh, okay.
Number 9. Surprised to not see this mentioned. Year of the Rabbit 7. Gray with the gold and red. They're really close to another one on my list, but I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Them is fire. Mm-hmm. Them is fire.
They're good. They should probably be higher.
Them is fire.
Number 8, I have French blue.
Oh, no.
White with blue hits. Don't fucking do that. It's a white and blue shoe. You right?
You're right. I mean, it is what it is. They don't suck. They was all right.
Like I said, like bottom 5, like bottom 3, like could be on worst 7s of all time. Also,
right. Hold on. What was your 10 again?
My number 10 was Pata Icicle.
Pata Icicle. Okay.
And then number 9, You're the Rabbit. Number 8, French Blue. Number 7, I have Citrus.
Okay.
I do like the colorway a lot. The yellow stitching is so good.
The Bordeaux 6s are 190, which is about right. Whew, fam. That picture.
That does something
it's
to
a
you.
nice picture.
Maybe
I'll just get them and look at them.
Kith filter.
It might be.
One I'm up to. Number 7, Citrus. Number 6, Hair.
I knew you had that
one
on there.
that's
swag.
It's not.
It's
great,
hairs.
Man. No,
George thinks hairs are fire. Hairs are
good. Don't do that.
They're like fake cardinals.
nothing like Cardinals.
They just look like Cardinals to me.
Man.
I hate Air 7s.
Don't do that.
Especially when they came and they showed that big Bugs Bunny one version.
Yeah. That's goofy.
I cannot. I don't know what it is about them. I just
are good.
I don't rock with them.
It's a gray 7. Number 5, kind of similar to the Ray Allen pick. I have chambray 7s.
Okay, I like
black
those.
with the light blue. Those
are
good.
Cool.
And then
it's kind of a weird color combination.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder why they came out with that.
So our top 4 are the same, but they're all out of order. They're all out of sorts here. Number 4. Number 4, I have Olympics.
Okay.
Classic.
Of course.
Number 3, I have Cardinals.
Okay.
Number 2, I have Bordeaux's.
What on earth is your number 1?
Is the DMP Raptors.
Oh, okay.
Incredible.
I'm not mad at that.
All right.
Okay. That's a good one. That DMP Raptor one's is better. It probably should be in there.
So different.
Where did I put it?
I think you had it number 2. I think you had Bordeaux's at 1.
I had Bordeaux's at 1. I had 2 Cardinals. I had 3 Olympics. I had the Raptor at 4. So yeah, we were right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we talked about every 7 colorway. 7 colorways are up there. I think they're worse than 6s.
No.
Yeah.
In Jordans?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The worst colorways in Jordans are 6, 10.
Nah.
6.
10 colorways are rarely bad. What's a bad 10 colorway?
Those
one that
camouflage ones? Or Oklahoma City ones?
Bobcats are the worst 10 colorway I can think of.
Bobcat, Oklahoma City.
I got a pair of those in a beater box. Sold them for like $170.
I mean,
was like, who bought these?
Honestly, the only 10s that are fired are double nickels and steel.
Ice blues are good.
Oh, ice blues are fire.
See? Reds?
OGs, though.
Reds are good.
No, that's why. They're tacky. They're
How?
like candy cane. They're tacky.
Linens. You only candy cane 14s?
That's different.
Why?
Because those actually had stripes on the tin. That made an actual candy cane.
Oh my God.
6s have some of the worst ever. 10s, some of the worst ever.
7s, some of the worst ever.
We're gonna have to explore this. That's gonna be another topic. We're gonna explore which ones have the worst. It probably
7s are the worst.
It might be Jordan 1s because of like the amount.
Just how many there?
How many they are?
That's too difficult.
14s, to me, every single 14 is fire. Now, if you do want to say the stud ones from Supreme, I don't care.
Oh, those suck.
But I saw them in person and it was like,
nah, those
didn't look like
suck.
nothing.
Ferraris suck. Yellow Ferraris suck.
Hold on. Ferraris in yellow, they're whack. They don't suck.
What's the best 14 colorway? There's one answer to this question.
Ooh, hold on. There's not.
Yes, there is.
Look, Black Toe and Last Shots are really close.
Both incorrect.
Okay.
Oxys, by far, are the best 14 colorway.
What are Oxys?
Huh? Fam.
Oxys?
Don't do this.
Are you talking about the wheat ones?
No.
Oxy?
Oxy.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about, fam. It's Last Shots or Black Toes.
Nope. Oxy Green.
Black Toes. Oh, no. What?
Yes.
That's not even close to what
Don't
I bet.
do that.
Are you crazy?
Are you out of your mind?
Not
Still
even
loading.
close.
Fam.
No. Not even
yes.
close. Those under?
By
Those
far.
right here? The black ones on the bottom? Not Idons.
Indiglows?
Indiglows? Way better than those.
No, absolutely not.
All right, you're out of here.
There's no way. No. Oxy 14s are the best. Look at the corn.
No.
Nah, it's perfect.
No.
Don't do that.
That might be the one and only whack 14.
We
That
just
one's
named
kinda
7 whack 14s. No, it's not. It is not whack.
Whack don't mean suck.
Yes.
6s though, Gatorade 6s.
Gatorades are good. It's a green and orange Gatorade shoe.
Wait. No, well, there's a white one. I meant not the green one. I meant the white one. Isn't there a white one?
It's fine. It's essentially an infrared.
That one that had like a comic book all over it. Whatever it was called. Whack.
Fine. PSGs are good. Bordeaux's are good. Motorsports are good.
What are motors?
It's the white with the black. Don't do that.
Way too much white. Oreos are better than motorsports.
Sure. Lakers are good.
Oh, they was alright.
I like Dornbeckers.
Detroit Piston
I know
ones?
you like Dornbeckers.
Awful.
Oh, don't do that.
Dornbeckers are good, but they just not as good as we thought they were. They're fire.
Nah.
We had those.
Dorenbeckers are
we had Dorenbeck Sixers as probably the best DB for a very, very, very long time.
Probably 4s, but then number 2 would be 6.
Yeah. And 4s came out, and it blew that out, the water. And then in 3 was a kind of like a... Three came out before 6, right?
I just remember 3s from that episode of Judge Judy. You remember?
Is that the fake ones?
Judge Judy was like, so you buy the shoes. He's like, no, my mom buys the shoes.
Oh,
so
that's
mom buys the shoes, you sell the shoes.
That's right.
She was heated. She didn't get it.
All right. I got nothing else. Appreciate you coming through, Ricco.
Thank you, Greg.
Like always.
Thanks for having me, B.
You know, anyways, that's the thing. I was about to say